Alrighty, guys. Good evening. Welcome to our 8th episode of Friday Night Dice. We've been doing this for
too long.
5 months now. Holy crap!
Too long.
That's
level 5, right?
No. That's not how that works.
Good bargain though.
Close. At least it's not asking for like 10 or 12 like normal, but not happening.
Wait, I was already there.
Okay.
I'm level 14. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. Level 14
See, if you hadn't
has.
said anything, we wouldn't have started.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you're the one who started it, so.
Technically, but glad to see a few new and a few old faces in chat tonight. Really hoping that we can bring in our normal numbers. Last week was down a little bit, but shit happens. Classic Luke wants me to kill Josh.
Sure.
I agree.
You agree? Oh.
Man, it's your last semester. You're supposed to be happier than that.
Yeah, no kidding.
This semester sucks.
Don't really have many announcements tonight, guys. Of course, we have Terra Tiger Studios and Archvillain Games still supporting the stream tonight. If you guys haven't checked their stuff out, we have links to both of their stuff down in the descriptions. Terra Tiger Studios does a variety of reptiles artwork, from stickers to t-shirts to hoodies, all kinds of different things. And Archvillain Games is a 3D model artist group who supplies 3D images to those who 3D print, like myself. Like you guys will see a lot of their custom minis used throughout our games, but most of you already know that. Besides that, I don't really have much else. You guys got anything for tonight?
What?
Nothing?
Yeah.
Always do your homework on time.
Yeah.
She's lying. Don't do it.
Yeah, another thing, guys, you'll notice we're a couple people down tonight. Ben and Joel could not make it tonight. Ben, I don't remember what the heck he's doing, and Joel's got some family stuff he had to take care of, so they couldn't make it tonight, but we're going to play anyways. So go ahead, and we're going to jump right into it.
Gonna be dead.
Not going to be dead. Alrighty, guys, and welcome back. Shelby is finally down after putting our daughter to bed. She is opening up her birthday present from Maddie. Why don't you show the chat what you got?
That looks like dice. It could be dice.
God,
Hold
it's
on.
not for me.
The bag's not open. Ooh, it's dice. Like
There.
frosted and.
They are ice-themed dice.
Take a picture and put them in the BTS.
Yeah.
Man, it would
We will.
suck if Avaria died tonight.
Yeah, then what would be the point of the ice dice, huh? Oof.
Maddie gets you
Cress
your new dice and you instantly
accidentally
die after
misses.
using them.
They're really light.
Yeah.
Are they? All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump into last session's recap.
Oh boy.
Got a lot to go over here. You guys did a lot last session.
We sure did.
So,
I remember all of it.
yeah, I mean, you weren't there half the time because you kept leaving screen.
I had pickles to eat.
Oh my gosh.
That's a great excuse.
Agreed.
Nice little pickles.
Let us continue.
So, hold on. I forgot music.
God, it's too quiet in here, man.
I'm working on it.
Recap music.
Yeah. Should have specific recap music. Wouldn't that
Last
be
we
nice?
gathered,
Sports center.
we watched as our heroes had defeated this shadow of a man, a shade, if you will, and proceeded to inspect and investigate his laboratory, or home. Not sure which, could not tell from looking around. Kelric and Avaria were insistently drawn to the room where there were massive piles of aether crystals everywhere. Before Avaria had a chance to draw her hammer and start smashing, Kelric quickly stopped her and explained the volatility of these crystals and the danger that they could pose. He began showing her the means of slowly extracting pieces of these crystals without setting off the raw arcane energy that was held inside. Examining them closer, Kelric noticed that the distinct differences between this aether and what he had normally worked with, and came to a conclusion that this must be artificial aether. More hostile and erratic in nature, it posed somewhat of a threat. So after the party had finished gathering what they thought was useful and needed throughout the building, Tofan decided to use some of his own abilities to blow up the aether, in which set off a chain elemental explosion that blew up the building, sending Tofan flying, who almost narrowly escaped, flying through the air, left for dead, almost, until Avaria rushed over and quickly came to his aid.
That's not going to happen again after the horse.
We'll get there. It's not part of this recap yet. It's not the part of the recap.
After retiring back to the Tinsley Corner for the evening, the party shared in some drinks, some food, and a few different discussions on their way back. While enjoying their meal, a large gust of wind blew open the front doors, and a fairly old but yet still almost attractive woman entered. The party noticed the fear and nervousness of Ginley, the barkeep. His manner instantly changed as he started talking to this woman. So Avaria decided that she would approach the woman. After having a ominous discussion in which the woman appeared as if she may have already known Avaria, they split their separate ways and she left for the day after enjoying a nice meal. After dinner and everyone decided they'd retire for the evening, Tofan decided that he would take a walk, in which he witnessed what appeared to be the same woman, almost controlling and manipulating vines and the ground itself, as it swallowed the stone building where the spread eagles had blown up the previous building. The next day he explained what he saw to his party, so they went to investigate. Avaria in particular seemed almost unlike herself. Was it fear? Could it have been anger? No one knows. As you guys ran through down to where the old building was, you saw standing there a massive tree. Avaria arrived first after stealing a horse from the local tavern. As the rest of you caught up, you noticed Tofan had shot said horse, and it was laying on the ground. So, what would you guys like to do?
About how far ahead of us is Avaria right now?
You guys would have caught up just at the end when Avaria was healing the horse after Tofan had just shot it in the leg.
Cress was also on said horse, right?
Correct.
On the ground.
Let's all just calm the fuck down.
That's not what I wanted to
I'm perfectly calm.
I understand that. I think that we've all wanted to be together for a while. What's got you so spooked?
You just can't be.
I
Something's got.
I don't think I'm alone in saying that I think we're gonna need a bit more than that. Something's got you obviously shaken.
She's killing these villagers.
How do you know?
You can just tell by the way that everyone looked when she walked in the room.
I mean, they seemed pensive, yeah, but I don't outright murder, you sure?
You saw the homes. You saw where people just vanished.
I mean, the town is in a bad state. Does anyone know actually the history of Jinran? Or are we just making assumptions here? Do you know? Because I'm completely in the dark. I'm not exactly certain we should just be shooting horses and fighting each other and running
I don't
off.
think we should be shooting horses either.
Weren't we told some of the history of Jinran by Barkeep? I feel like I asked after investigating all 2 sessions.
Let me double check. I don't think, and I believe you asked, but I don't think he gave you very much. There we go.
There.
Look, my general point is if we're all doing this, then we should do it. I just want to make sure we're walking in with everything that we can possibly know.
Oh, I'll give her everything.
And without a disagreement between some of us, as I look pointedly between Tofan and Avaria.
I'm just trying to make sure she doesn't die. Returning the
Precisely. But you also need to do it the right way.
Wasn't sure what other way I had at that point.
I'm as frustrated as you, but this isn't the time to start fighting amongst ourselves. Avaria, is there any particular reason that you're willing to share why this woman has you more spooked than normal and she has to go?
I just see.
I will support you in anything.
I just see how the town is, and something in my soul is just telling me it's her.
I believe her.
Make an insight check.
Disadvantage. Yeah. 14.
14. Okay. I mean, yeah, you believe her.
Good.
As far as what you were given from Genli about the town, pretty much he told you the gist of the reason that it seems as if people leave is because they aren't making enough of a living here. So they get up and they leave and they find new things to do with their lives because this town's so secluded and doesn't get any support from the Empire. So if the town gets attacked by animals or bandits, they're pretty much left without anything.
But all the homes looked like they left dirty.
He knew nothing of it.
From what I saw.
From what you saw. And yeah, and Genli has no knowledge of that he shared with you.
Then maybe we talk to this woman, see what she knows, and if after that you still think that we have to fight her, then I'm not going to run away from you. I'm not going to leave you there.
I'm not talking to her. Someone can talk. I'm not speaking. The only way I want to be around her is if my hammer is going right into the side of her head. If you guys want to talk, I'll stand outside.
No, I'm just worried because this is very unlike you.
Nothing to worry about.
I really gotta admit I don't take that at face value at the
I
moment.
believe that.
Make an insight check.
God, why is everyone fighting me?
Shelby, you
You're
can
acting
roll deception.
You're like
Fucking
a
weird.
crazy person.
You're acting fucking weird.
No one knows me that well. It's been a couple days.
It's actually
21 days to be precise.
17.
Based on our fancy new calendar, it is
17!
God knows what day.
It has been 21 days.
yeah. So
Kelrick's keeping a count on it every day.
I mean, you can tell that she's definitely off put, on edge, but you believe her. Yeah, I marked off all the days. I put one for each table. On the spot where it says the campaign began.
Okay. There it is.
Listen, Avaria, I'm getting a little tired of every time that I meet somebody I have to size up whether or not I'm gonna have to kill them. Let me just talk to her and see if she's... I'm not saying
Feel
you're
free to
wrong.
speak to her. I'm not gonna stop you from that.
And you said everybody packed up and left in a hurry.
Some of them not even packed, just left.
Well, let's
And
see.
vanished.
Let's see what we can get out of her. And then, if you want, I mean, you see me Matt. Actually, I probably should say, I will unload Harbinger's Call and load it with yellow aether.
Okay.
Yeah? I'm just asking for a fair shake here.
I will play nice.
Then I'm right behind you.
As long as I have to.
Here's my question. If she gives us reasonable answers and we believe her, what are you going to be then?
Climb a tree. I will go on my way.
Okay, I hope you do.
Her head against my hammer. I will. If she is truly 100% honest and nothing's going on, no witchy juju magic, I will not harm her.
Okay.
But the moment she gives me reason, my battle axe is going right to her skull.
And I will
My
do it
warhammer.
and I will do it right with you.
Let's go on our way, guys! Come on!
The best stupid Aiden recalls, which it's been a while, we're basically just approaching a side of a mountain range. We don't know exactly, but there's a singular trail.
There is a singular cobblestone path that leads up the almost at a slight elevation up into what appears to be the mountains. You guys are currently at the base of the hill where the house you had just destroyed used to stand, but now stands a very large tree.
So the horse is alive, yeah?
Yes, I healed.
Well, we can't all ride one horse. Why don't we leave them here for now?
Stop with us abandoning horses!
Well, just for now,
one isn't-
and
Ours!
we'll come back.
It became ours.
I'm sure we have a bit of explaining to do to Mr. Tinsley as well when we return. I will start walking down this path.
I will follow. Right next to him, ready to go.
All right behind you guys. I'm almost done.
You're fine.
I apologize.
You're fine.
I'm trailing behind like 20 feet.
Okay, so what's the marching order here? We have
Kelrick's first.
Avaria and Kelrick in front.
I'm following also.
You're following where? You want to be in back, in the middle, front?
Right next to me. How
I'm
about?
gonna do the back.
You want to be the back with Tofan? Okay, we'll put Cress and Nil in the middle. By the way, you're playing Nil today. You should have his stuff up. I forgot to tell you.
Wave buddies.
Nil
I
is
usually have it up, but
Nil is just being ominously quiet today.
I guess spell slots.
So, as you guys gather your things after your discussion and leave the horse back on its back to, or I guess just leave it where it is, and you guys start making your way down this cobblestone path. The road turns from something that's almost structured cobblestone path into almost a dirt path as you guys start to make your way up this small incline. The trees almost become less scattered and more dense, almost as if they were planted to line this small roadway leading up this hill. As you guys come up to the crest of the top of this hill, you look over at a small little valley in front of you. As the slant starts to go downward, you notice as if the plant life has overtaken this road. The wildflowers and different weeds and grass have grown up, and it appears as if the trail ends, but off in the distance you can see a small cottage at the base of the mountain range. You can see trees and different rocks scattered around it, almost strategically planted to encompass and encircle this cottage.
So what's the play here? I know you want to bash a skull in, but I want to learn a little bit more and see if she's responsible or whatever. Tofan, I suspect, as I assume you gather up, you're not staying 20 feet exactly behind us at all times.
Ish, but yeah, if you could stop.
I mean, you've seen more than I have. I've just been in the Tinsley corner waiting on most of you to come to a decision. Do you want to join me in this and asking some questions, seeing the nature of this person?
I mean, I can, but I'm not sure what there is to ask.
I think it's mostly just that the townspeople seemed apprehensive and we've taken a liking to them, and no matter how much of a lie it might be, or feel responsible over stewarding over or perhaps bettering this town, right?
I guess. For better or worse, I end up talking a lot during these situations. Sure, I guess I can.
That's kind of why I want you to do there. And when this is done, we'll ask you your final opinion. And I'll value that.
Sounds good.
Let's go then. I'll mosey on over to the cottage and knock.
Well, the cottage is probably about half a mile away at the end of this valley. You will
Oh.
have to trust through the valley first.
We will trust through the valley first.
Going nil, he would cast invisibility on himself.
Fair enough. That lasts an hour, right?
Yep.
Keeping the same marching order, or is it Tofan and Kelric leading now?
I guess I'm in the.
And the rest of you are kind of keeping your distance?
I want to say the third.
I'm still in the back.
Okay, so Zeros and Avaria will take the rear. You guys are probably staying. Are you guys going with them towards the cottage, or are you kind of keeping your distance down here towards the?
I'm going with.
You're going
Just,
with?
I'm going with, just in the back.
Gotcha. Okay, what are you doing?
Said you're staying toward the back.
Now, are you staying put and just watching from a distance, or are you going with?
I will go halfway to where I could still get there if I need to.
Okay, so you want to go
But-
like maybe 100 feet out.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Cress, I'll stay with Avaria.
Walks up with the.
I would assume Nil goes with you guys, knowing him.
They'll scream loud.
Well, he is invisible.
He's also invisible.
Yeah. Which means he will probably go with the both of you inside.
I will take the requisite minute to work on a glyph of fate. Tofan as the target.
Okay.
What does that do?
You can choose to succeed a saving throw, as opposed to rolling for it.
So, as you guys start making your way down this hill, and the dirt path almost becomes overtaken by vines and weeds and wildflowers, and just disappears and fades, you guys start making your way through this open field. And it's almost like a giant circle where the trees and rocks and everything that are placed around this open field almost seem as if someone planted them and arranged them this way to form. And as you're looking a little bit closer, it's not an exact circle, it's more of a half circle. And running straight through the center, you guys notice there are probably about 2 or 3 foot tall boulders running straight through the center.
Is giving you any vibes of the grove at the Naku Circle?
No, this is more. This doesn't seem like they were arranged in a druidic practice. Can't really tell exactly what you're looking at.
I mean, in a way, assuming it's all laid out for some purpose.
Well, against my better judgment, let's do this.
Point in dwelling on it now.
I will walk up and knock on the door.
Okay, so currently you guys are at the center. Sorry, I should have said this. You guys are at the center where that line of rocks is. Are you still continuing?
Sure, I mean, unless I guess I'll watch to step on something nasty.
Okay, just make a general perception check.
That's pretty good. Total of the perception?
It's in the living room. Yes.
19.
19. Looking around, you don't really notice anything. It just seems, as you're looking closer, it looks as if these rocks are all lined in a, almost like a half circle shape. And you notice that if you look, the path that you were looking at would have went directly down the center of it. If it would have kept continuing the way it was going. As you get towards the start of at the front of the cottage, you notice that there is another set of rocks, as the path would have led directly to the front door. And there are a set of rocks that almost form a slight triangle. So you approach the door and you knock
Triangle on the ground or triangle stacked?
on the ground. Another set of like 1 to 2 foot tall rocks that form a slight little triangle on the ground.
Just
that, like,
confirming which direction the triangle's
almost
going.
like just almost like if there was a cone coming out from the doorway.
That seems safe. Doesn't make me think at all that some dangerous cone is going to come out the door.
It seems a little sus, yeah. I will knock on the door.
So, you knock on the door. No answer.
I guess nobody's home.
Possible, I guess. What
I'll
time
just-
of day is it?
I'll just kind of shout out, hello?
So you go ahead and you shout out. A minute, 2 goes by, you don't hear anything. Tofan, make a, you said time of day. Kellerick will be able to tell you that it is...
Precisely.
precisely, just about noon.
Precisely just about noon.
It's 11:58:27.
There you go.
11:58:30 now, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Tofan, make a good general wisdom check for me.
12.
Well, you're looking around and you get a sense of familiarity from the surrounding area and just the vibe of this place. The breeze flowing through the wind, or flowing through the trees in this valley almost gives you a sense of feeling of home, a sense of somewhere that's safe, somewhere that's familiar to you.
You have a funny look on your face. What's up?
This place feels familiar, I guess. It kind of feels like home in a way.
And as you say that, a voice appears and comes to your head. Well, as it should. We are one and the same.
I'm assuming I don't hear this.
You do not. It is in his head.
Anybody else hear that?
Hear what?
It was almost a whisper in your ear as if the wind brought it to you.
It's just them at the door, right?
I assumed you went up with them.
Yeah, you're like 5
Okay,
feet,
I'm
10
with-
feet away
Yeah.
from us.
I was just
Nil.
checking.
Invisible.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Nil is
sure-
there. He's
wasn't sure
invisible.
how far back I...
Yeah, I assume he approached the door and he approached right behind him, and you're standing like 10 feet back.
Gotcha.
Who are you then?
No answer.
Said it feels like home?
In a way, kind of hard to explain. I want to take a walk around the see if there's any windows I can look at.
Yeah, you take a walk around the side. You see a few windows, but it doesn't appear as if you would be able to see through them, as the vines have almost overtaken the side of the building and they are covering up the windows.
Is there any signs that someone's been here recently? Like, is there smoke, anything?
Sure.
Like a chimney type?
Yeah, there's a chimney on the top. There's no smoke coming out, but go ahead and make a
Or the smoke this fire.
just make a perception check to see if you can see if there's any signs of someone that's been here.
One of us just needs to Santa our way down the chimney.
Perception, right?
Yeah.
6.
6. Looking around, there you don't see any indentations throughout the grass and the wildflowers. You don't see any smoke, no signs of a campfire. In fact, you don't see much of anything besides just the weird way that this whole thing has been arranged. There's no wildlife, there's no birds fluttering about, which is weird for what you have known from traveling throughout the forest at this time of day. Normally there's at least some sort of sounds or signs of wildlife.
Does the door seem locked?
You could attempt to open it.
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Gonna go open the door.
Against my better judgment, it's been 21 days and it's been stranger every day. Try the door. Welcome home.
You
Or
open the door.
Whichever
It is
type of handle it is.
sure.
I guess.
You go ahead and you go to push the door open. Slides right open. Looking in, you notice a small table with different, almost like different things of wildflowers, herbs, random things of the forest laying across the table, with a small little bowl where you can see someone has started grinding some of them together. Maybe some to use some sort of herbs or alchemy setting, you notice a small campfire that leads towards the chimney, or a small fireplace that leads up towards the chimney that looks as if it hasn't been used in ages. You notice a small little kitchen area where there is a large bucket of water with different fine china, almost just bright shining silver plates sitting in the water. They're kind of sitting in the water. And you hear a voice that says, "Well, why don't you just come on in?"
Just still in my head.
Yes.
You all trust me?
Sure.
About as far as I can throw you.
I don't think that's very far.
No, it wouldn't be. I'm kidding. Yes, I trust you.
I think I might be the one that has to do this.
Do what?
I'm not sure. I'll walk in.
So as you walk in, knowing Aznythais, he would attempt to follow you in invisible. And as he does, you all will hear a voice, now, no intruders. And he's popped out of invisibility right at the door, and the door slams in front of you, in front of him.
Oh. Did you see that, Amoria?
No.
Did...
No.
Are you sure?
No, Sharon.
I think one of them just went in.
I'm gonna try and open the door.
Only one.
You attempt to open the door, and as you do, vines start growing up from the ground and overtake the front of the door.
Okay. You said there was windows,
Wind
right?
Waker
There are
shit.
windows.
How big were these windows?
You could probably fit through one.
How high?
I mean, the first one's only a few feet off the ground,
Okay.
but it's overtaken by vines.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You go in there, you're getting
gonna get-
defenestrated for sure.
What if I go try? I want to go try and chop down these vines.
Okay. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I did ask them to trust me.
Okay.
Just remind me.
So, as you enter, a small little candle lights on the table, and in a chair sitting there, you see Kaliha, the woman from the bar from the few nights before, the one you had seen controlling the vines and the earth itself.
You look like she did.
She
On the
looks
hill,
much
or-
younger. Yeah. So, you see what appears to be a much younger version of her. She is a human. She appears to be in her late 20s. She's dressed in a long green, almost regal-like dress. Very form-fitting, very long, drapes across the floor. And she says, "Why don't you sit down and we have a talk?"
Sure. Have anything to drink?
I'm afraid I do not partake. I have a glass of wine every time I visit the Tinsley Corner once a month. That's my...
I bring my own. And then
Okay.
I'll sit down and pull out.
Okay, so as he sits down, they start talking. You were trying to break open these vines?
Yeah.
Okay,
Bro.
go ahead and just roll a strength check for me to try and pull apart. Are you using your glaive, or are you just trying to pull them apart, pull them off?
My glaive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
6.
So as you dig your glaive into this vine, you feel as if it feels as if almost it's hard as bone. You get probably half an inch into the vine, and does not seem as if your blade will pierce through. It's extremely tough and almost feels as if it's pushing back against you. I know what you're gonna do.
I'll start making my way back towards Cress and Avaria.
Okay.
Which, speaking of, Cress would like to speak to Aria during like their
Okay.
while they're doing stuff. So whenever you get to that.
Yeah, we will. Your friends are interesting. They seem to have some trouble out there. They wish to enter.
I told them to trust me. Probably means they're doing everything they can to break in.
They will find it difficult.
I assume.
I will leave them be for now. So, you came. What would you like?
Wanted some information, and you turned out to be much more interesting than I expected.
That's really something.
Well, what would you like to know?
He's packing.
Who the fuck are you?
Well,
And I know your name.
my name
That
is
is not what I mean.
My name is Kaliha. I am a resident of Jin Run. Well, resident mayor, whatever you want to call it. I technically run the village, or oversee the village, since the capital does not give us any help. I take it upon myself.
Well, I must say, you're not doing a great job.
Well, I do what I can.
Seems like you can do a lot, based on what you did with that building the other night, or last night. That's quite impressive. You look much younger than I expected.
Well, I can manipulate my appearance, as can you.
You're saying this is an illusion.
It is what it is.
What do you mean? Why? How are we one and the same? Why does this place feel so familiar to me?
Well, if you were to take a bird's eye view, I could show you. And she extends her hand to you.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys enter almost a astral dream sort of state as you fly up through the air, leaving your body. And then as you look down over this valley, you notice the rocks are shaped in a massive bow. And the path that would have led towards the cottage would have been the arrow. The center that runs through was the string. And as you're looking, it appears as if the trees are all intertwined and planted in such a way that they form massive antlers at the top of the bow, and you know this to be the symbol of Aznythais.
Okay.
So she takes you back down, and you guys enter back into your normal state. So do you understand now?
I have a general idea, yes. I guess my question is, how are we connected then? I know your name, I know what you do here, but who the fuck are you? Why do you live here?
We share a bloodline.
You're saying you're my sister? Cousin?
Call it something like that.
Sure, I never knew my mother.
Well, she does like to make herself scarce nowadays, now does she?
And I guess I can't say I've ever met her.
Oh, I'm sure she's shown herself to you in more ways than you've known.
Alright, say we are blood.
We are, in a way of sorts. We come from the same bloodline. I would not call us family, but we are one and the same.
7 cousins.
We draw our power from the same source.
Fourth removed.
Certainly something. I agree, I wouldn't call us family. I wouldn't say I've really called anyone family. I guess my question for you, and what the rest of my party is wondering, is what the hell is going on in this town? It looks like people just up and vanished.
You see her facial expression almost change, and she starts to look away, and she says, I do not know of what you speak.
Do I even need to make an insight check on that?
I mean, you do need to make the insight check, but it is an extremely low DC.
12.
12? Yeah, you can tell that she's definitely hiding something. You get the sense that she either can't talk about it or won't talk about it.
Now, I'd really appreciate more honesty. I'm just trying to help. We've done a lot for this town.
I have said all I can.
You know where I could learn more.
Should you ask for what you wish to know, she will provide you the answers which you seek.
Any specific place I have to ask?
No, she is always with us.
In your heart, man. In your heart.
Well, alright.
She tends to come in dreams, if that helps.
Quite the opposite, actually. I can certainly give it a try.
Are you still trying to break in?
Oh no, I gave up after the window.
Okay, you gave up? Okay,
I'm just waiting outside, sitting in the grass.
gotcha.
Perseverance.
Okay, so as they're talking, what would you like to approach Avaria about?
So after, Tofan definitely just went in there. Anyways, I think he's fine. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
Yeah.
You can talk to me like girl to girl. Like none of the boys are here. Calvert's on his way. I can see him. He's getting bigger, but
He's getting bigger.
I cast enlarge on myself.
he's on his way.
Oh no.
So we got like a little bit of time to talk before he gets here. You can tell me. Do you know her? Is she someone you want to avoid? Is she someone you want me to? I can.
Yeah,
Like,
It's a fair shake. That's a fair question.
that's pretty on par with Cress.
Your plate gauntlets.
Yeah. Ting ting.
No. Never seen her a day in my life.
is she like, I don't know, is she blackmailing you? Do you? Is like you just seem so scared.
There are just things in this world people don't need to know.
I mean that makes sense. Really though, I can just, and it'll be all done. You won't have to worry about it.
Well, apparently, the rest of the group wants to give her a chance. Even though I really do think she's killing everyone here.
I mean, Calm's razor and all. That makes sense. There's not really much. I mean, people wouldn't have left in a hurry if they weren't.
We'll leave it to everyone else to do the decision.
Okay, I'm guessing at this point, Kelrick's like upon us.
What are you
Sure.
two talking about?
Hey, did you see Tofan go in?
Yeah, that's what I came to tell you two about. I'm gotta admit, I'm about as confused as anyone else, I imagine. He talked about it feeling kind of like home, and then walked in.
That's what you put him in the kettle.
Well, Zeros tried getting in by breaking some vines, which I am glad I wasn't able to climb, or else I probably would have tried it as well. And Nil tried to walk in how he normally does, invisible everywhere, and got booted out.
I can use vines, kind of.
I
I probably can't use it in the way she is.
Look, more of the story is, we wait a little while. If Tofan doesn't come out, I'm torching that place.
Him inside?
Well, if he's been put in a pen, he's gonna die anyway,
Yeah,
right?
he'll be in the kettle already.
I'm kidding. I'm not planning on killing Tofan. But I see no way to get past these vines, because Zeros wasn't able to, and he's 3 times as strong as me. He's about as strong as you.
We can tunnel our way in.
Anyway, I
Shawshank?
Yeah.
I get the spoon.
Okay, so
Anyway, I didn't want both of you standing here wondering what the fuck's going on. Because I don't know either.
If you want to go in, I'll stand in front of you. I won't let her look you in the eye.
What does that have to do with
I'm at least 3 or 4 inches taller than you. At least.
You're over.
I'm like 5'9", I think.
Wait, no. I'm tall.
no, you're like 5'8",
Oh.
5'8", 5'9", I believe.
I was saying, yeah, I'm tall.
You are, yes, you
I'm
are.
like-
You're not 4'1".
Don't forget the one.
As long as I stand perfectly in front of you, she won't
You won't even know I'm there.
even know you're there.
We can do that.
She is a bit bigger than you. Yeah, that could work. Don't hide behind me, I'm too small.
Okay, we can put Kelrick in front of me.
The strategic placing of this.
How about I just stand a little bit to the right to just give you extra coverage? You can kind of, angles. Get it?
Yeah, so that Tofan's not alone. but also she doesn't get to look at you. And
But-
if she looks at you, I'll just.
I mean, Nil wasn't able to get in. Zeros can't get in. What makes you think you can?
I think we have unfinished business.
Fuck it, I'll try it.
I mean, if I just say I'm her bodyguard, she has to let me in.
Wait, who has to let the lady?
Yeah, the lady. The lady that let me in if she's gonna let her in, because I'm her bodyguard. She can't go anywhere without me.
And what if she doesn't let her in?
I guess neither of us are getting in.
Right. Well, it's worth a shot.
So,
I'm out of ideas, so yeah.
as you guys start approaching, back to the conversation here. Sorry. We'll get back to it. She says, so
What the fuck is happening?
you were asking about what else you could learn. Would you like a demonstration?
Dory's like, you know what? Sugar.
We will have to find a little bit of a different area. And as you turn around and she leads you, or you follow, are you following her, I assume?
Where's she going?
Into the back room.
Yes.
Okay. She walks into the back room in which you see a massive tree trunk just takes up the whole back of her house. She touches the tree trunk and it almost opens into the green portal and then opens, and you can see on the other side is a raging desert. She says, I will not close the door if you would like to step through.
Ladies first.
She steps through.
Oh.
As she steps through and she says, now, you may want to prepare yourself, as she will cast Divine Invocation, and you should know what this does. It is available to you. And you see her pull out of her pocket a small little branch that's almost been intertwined and woven into the symbol of Aznythais, and as she grips it, vines and trees and grass, wildflowers starts appearing everywhere as the area around you is transformed from a desert into a forest.
You think I can do that?
With enough practice.
It's certainly a good trick.
Oh, it is no trick. It is real.
Sure, it seems a bit out of my realm at the moment.
One day. But this is something you said you wanted to learn how to do. This is something you have to look forward to.
Wonderful. We have to come all the way to the desert.
Well, I couldn't nearly do it with all your friends in there. They would all die.
Thank you.
And she will motion for you to step back through the portal. That you can turn around. You see now there almost is these two vines that are almost interwoven and have grown up out of the ground to form this archway. And looking back through it, you can see back into her cottage. Yep. So you walk back in. She follows back in, and behind the tree trunk closes. There are a multitude of other things, but that is my most impressive.
It's certainly impressive. Anything that's more my speed, or items, or books, or charms.
I'm afraid these are the
whatever.
sort of things that just come to you with practice. It's not something that I can just teach you.
Maybe with a little bit of sleep too. You would have a dream.
I appreciate your time, I guess.
Now, from what I can hear outside, it appears as if some of your other friends would like to speak. I will allow them to enter, but I will not share any information that I've just shared with you. That is yours to share, not mine.
Okay.
So you guys watch as the vines start to fade away from the door in front of the cottage, and the door opens.
How close are we to the door at this point?
By the time you would have been walking, you would probably be right about there.
Well,
Right about to where Zeros
I
is.
guess you are allowed in.
It's you. Alright.
Should be. I'm gonna walk next to Cress, but brace myself to get jettisoned like Nil was. So I just do like this awkward, like walking in, but like trying not to get
Trying
shoved.
to hit platform 93/4.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like ready to get my shit blasted, but it doesn't happen, I assume.
Old lady, I am Avaria's bodyguard, so I have to come in as well as her.
That is perfectly acceptable if you would like to enter.
Yeah, you probably say that like right as I get done running into
Yeah.
platform 9.
Yeah,
for
you're
course.
like passing through
I make
the
sure I
door.
wait until you're through the doorway
Like-
before I say it.
like literally
And-
scared.
Cressida, you know you're all of our bodyguards, so you could have said you were my bodyguard and tried to come in.
Well, how was that? It's fine. And Cress is like purposely like standing in front of Avaria as close as she can. That's not like too close. Like obscuring.
Obscuring her view.
Yes.
Let's see
So
if
like
she notices.
weird little shuffly type deal.
Oh, okay.
So Varia's giving you a flat tire and boots.
So you guys pass through, and she says, "You are all welcome to enter. Sir, would you care to join us?"
Yeah, I stand up and walk in.
Okay.
You don't think in your grass.
I apologize if my vines caused you any trouble. They only do as I command. The ones you attacked.
I don't remember that.
I think we both know you do.
Nah.
I don't know. Zeros is like the smartest of us. He's not gonna. He would have rather climbed.
She's quite right.
She is right.
I climb just about everything.
Well, you are welcome to climb the trees of my forest anytime.
Oh. I didn't know I needed an invitation.
So, what would you guys like to know? You wanted to enter? You wanted to talk?
You said your forest.
Correct, I am guardian, spirit, overseer. Whatever title you would like to give me, that is I. I am that.
How much of the forest is yours to guard?
Why, my vines stretch all the way to the capital. I have seen what you have done throughout the Ingolna forest. I have seen what you have done in the Naku Circle.
Excuse me. Saber's the guardian.
Why, the Naku Circle oversee that section of the forest, yes, and they govern it. But I am still its guardian. Should they not be here, as he is not now, who is to watch over the forest then?
So you know where he went.
I know where he is.
Where did he go?
He is in the Indal Republic.
She's right.
We're proud of you. Good note taking.
So she's not lying. I remember he said that specifically, and so did the little mousy boy with the book. Oh,
Ma'am, would you like to come out from hiding behind her?
hey,
As I said, I can see for miles. So I know when someone is just behind me.
she's not behind you.
Behind you, I apologize.
Did you punch her in the forehead? Like,
T-pose.
Why are you scaring? You're scaring Avaria.
I don't know why she would be afraid of me. I
I don't
am.
know why she'd be afraid of you. She won't tell me. She won't tell us.
Well, everyone has their own secrets and their own things that they keep to themselves. Perhaps she does not wish for you to know, or perhaps it is not your right.
Why do you know?
Well, I've been around for a long time.
What, you just look at somebody and you know everything?
Well, no, but I do know some things, as I know where you have came from, Mr. Elytris.
How old am I?
She doesn't know you. Because you have been kept in a different place that is unseen from her eyes.
Just to be clear, DM, you just said Elytris. Did you mean Elytris or did you mean Elsine?
Sorry, I meant Elsine, that's my bad.
Okay, good to know.
So you don't know everything.
I was reading notes as I was talking and I read over something else different. I apologize.
All good. Just wanted to be sure.
Got you.
Well, so if the forest is your domain, what of towns like Jinrun? Because part of what draws us here is our concern for the town. If your forest encompasses the town, and the town is being attacked by denizens of the forest, you can see how that makes us a little pensive.
Since when has the forest attacked the town?
Well, I believe some of the wildlife has enroached and drove some of the people out.
Gnolls and other wildlife of the forest are not under my domain. I do not control the wildlife. They are their own creatures. They have their own free will.
So are they out in front to you?
They live their life and I live mine. Should they attack the town and the town calls for my aid, I should answer. Should they not call, I shall stay.
So I read the room when you arrived in the Tinsley corner. Everybody was nervous, cautious, guarded, scared. Why?
You know, and you see her almost expression change and she says, I cannot speak to those, or why anyone would be afraid of me, or to why anyone would be nervous around me. I am just an overseer. I may have been around longer than anyone else in said town. And you notice that she very specifically does not mention the town's name.
I feel like she's gonna get to it before I do, but insight check on that.
Yeah, you both can roll. Or one roll with advantage.
What did you roll? I believe my insight is... Oh wait, I have a whole binder for this. What am I thinking?
That might not be right, though. It's changed. I haven't got the new
16.
ones. 16?
No, I overwrote it
Oh, okay.
and updated it.
Very clearly, you can tell that what she's saying is most likely not true. It seems as if she can't say it or won't say it.
So here's the problem I have. You say if the town calls for your aid, you would happily help them. Do they know of this offer? Have you even made it? Or are you just filling us with words?
I have offered them my help before.
For what
The-
price?
I offer no price or ask no price.
And why are they hesitant around you?
I guess they just don't understand my position here. As I have never sat down and told anybody that I am the guardian of this forest, they just see me as a frail old woman who has been around longer than any of they have.
Yes, well, you're quite not that at this moment. She still looks like she's in her 20s now, right?
Correct. And she says, oh, I almost forgot. And she will snap her fingers, and you watch as her illusion fades, and you see the elderly woman from the bar. I'm sure that you, being of arcane practice, have seen such things before. It is quite simple.
Parlor tricks. For people like you and me.
They are simple.
Does anyone care to hear my opinion?
Please go ahead. I'm sure you asked many of these questions before we even entered.
Right. I think we're on the same side. As far as
Who's killing all the people?
Who said that people were being killed?
Their homes are being abruptly left.
Have you found bodies?
You're eating them!
Oh my god.
Ma'am, I am not one to eat people.
Pure fabrications.
I eat food, just as you do.
People?
No.
Like a steak?
I partake more in fruits and nuts.
Yeah, you can't say that around this party
I
again.
knew I was going to regret saying that.
Me too.
Yeah, I knew you were too as soon as you said it.
I'm going to interject here. Well, this is fascinating. I've learned everything I need to know, and I'm honestly quite exhausted. I'm gonna head back. You all talk away.
So what are you doing here? Here to see someone, I suppose. And you see a grin go across her face.
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I'm sure you have plenty of things to say to me.
I don't, but my hammer has plenty to say.
We could speak in private if you'd like.
Buster?
Make an insight check.
Fly.
That's an 8.
Seems very trustworthy.
If you're afraid, I'll sit in here and I'll just. I can't hear anything.
That's what I want!
Just write it down. She'll never know.
If you are okay with her knowing what I know, or
won't
speaking
know
of whatever
anything.
you speak, then she can stay.
Cress, stay outside the door.
Should I?
I will call if I need you.
Okay.
Are the rest of you following Cress outside the door?
I'll probably actually follow Tofan.
Do we have a choice?
It's up to you. You could leave.
You got a choice. You leave it.
Yeah, I'm going out.
Let's see. Roll a d6 for me. On an even number, Nil tries to stay, go invis and stay. On an odd number, he walks out.
1.
Okay, odd number, he walked out. So, you guys all leaving then? Yes?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Stand and watch.
Oh, you're staying? Trying to?
No, I'm standing watch outside.
Okay.
I have long left.
Yeah, I figured.
As much as Cress wants to do otherwise, she sits outside. And she's gonna sit with her head against the door. Kinda tilts her head a little bit. Just
Ma'am, if you'd like, we could just leave the door open. I could make it so you can't hear anything.
I know someone who knows that trick.
Is that fair for you?
It works. Remember the fat guy? Gallius. He talked to me and no one heard it. At least, I hope no one heard it.
So as you exit the doorway, you will see her grip her small little twine pieces of twigs and vines, and almost it'll start to glow with like a green sheen, and a puff of wind will extend out and stop at the doorway. And the rest of you can now not hear anything past the doorway.
Oh, that's fine.
You are open to speak freely.
How do you know?
I have been around for...
But how do you know? I was very well not within that.
Well, let's just say me and Miss Coldwind go back quite a while.
What? I caught off guard here.
Would you like me to kick everyone out of the room?
No. My friends cannot know anything. They will not know anything.
Then I shall not tell them anything. It is your secret to tell. I have secrets of my own, ones that I cannot share. You have secrets of yours. They are yours to share when you wish.
Do you know what's happening with this town?
And again, you see her expression change, and she either won't tell you or can't tell you. And just, her mouth's shut. I am not here to be your enemy.
Why would you say anything?
Well, I recognized you. One, it's hard to miss those eyes. They do run in the family.
They can run in a lot of families.
Yes, but yours are distinct by nature.
One wrong move,
Fucking hate it.
and I will take my warhammer and I will shove it so deep into your skull.
You could try.
Oh no, I won't try. I will succeed.
Bruh.
Yeah.
One wrong.
Yes.
This is a bit of a stretch. Can Cress kind of try to read lips?
Can Cress try to read lips? Make it
Can't
an...
read.
Yeah.
Read a book.
No,
Reading words is much different from
yeah,
reading.
I understand. I know, but
It's easy.
make a intelligence check at disadvantage.
This is the only good roll you need.
There's Among Us. Where the heck are my stats? Here.
Just assume it's a -1. It is a -1. Sick.
I thought it was a -2, so.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Big 3.
It might have happened, but it didn't.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really tell,
You
and
think they're talking about pigs?
Yeah, what does Cress think they're talking about, actually?
you tell me. You see them talking, you see Avaria getting agitated and almost angry again. Huh? Yeah. You see Kaliha just being calm, cool in nature.
Zeros. I think we're talking about the horses.
I don't know.
Avaria's never gotten this upset except over the horses. Just watch her. Look at the way she's like gripping her warhammer. It's the horses.
I really don't think it's horses.
I don't know.
Now,
Will you be seeing her anytime?
No, we have not spoken in years. Last I saw her was at your birth, actually. But I know she does not know you were here, so if you would not like that to be shared, again, it is your secret, I shall not share it.
I would like her to think I'm dead at this point.
Then if she asks, that is what I shall tell. Okay.
Does the bubble pop?
As soon as she leaves, the zone fades.
So, were you arguing about horses?
Yes. She was not against how they were taken care of.
Zeros.
Do I trust her?
Do you believe her or do you trust her? I mean, you can make an insight check.
Deception? Do I roll deception?
We'll see. Oh.
Which one was it? Deception?
Or no, yours is insight.
4.
Yeah, I don't think you need to roll. You can if you'd like.
Let's see. Ooh, that's a man 20!
Oh, yeah.
21!
Yeah, you believe what she's saying.
You believe me?
She's
Yeah,
pissed
you're
about
right.
those horses.
I would have bet, but I don't understand how to bet.
Can't quite
You also
understand
don't
why
have
she's
any
so
gold.
upset about horses.
Yeah, Nil has all her gold.
One of them got shot.
It's not an owlbear, though.
You don't like owlbears either?
I love owlbears.
I hate owlbears.
Oh.
Alright guys, let's go.
You all good then?
We can get
I
you
thought
new
you were with
horses.
Tofan.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'm off there. I'm not there. I'm off with Tofan.
Man, it's almost like Calrix. Asking if we're good. I miss him already.
What would you guys like to do now?
Fuck you.
I'm heading back.
I'll
gonna go back
I'll
again.
probably catch up with Tofan at some point.
I was looking at it.
Okay, I probably won't catch up with Tofan then, because I'm not that fast.
So she left her door open if anyone else would like to talk to her.
Nope.
Yeah, actually, if I see Tofan full sprint, I'll turn around.
Okay.
I guess Cress will poke her head in.
What can I do for the two of you?
You go first. I'm not gonna ask for a
Ah,
silent.
I know a
call.
man who does this as well.
Who?
Peculiar man. The elven boy that is Saber's apprentice.
Oh, the mousy boy.
Sure.
He likes his looks.
To an extent.
You're friends with him.
I like books. My mousy boy.
How tall are you compared to Cress?
Kelrick's like 5'11", but he's just built like a string bean.
Cress has got the shoulders of a linebacker.
Yeah, we're like opposites, because I'm actually built like a fucking string bean.
A little more ferrety than mousy. A little weaselly, because you're long and you're skinny, whereas Elven Boy was.
Was half elven.
I really appreciate it. But you, go on. Sorry.
Here, I'm gonna shoot you out real quick.
Yeah, I'll just leave.
Okay. If you would like to speak in private, I can do the same for you.
No, it's fine. I trust Kelrick.
Okay.
So Cress shuts the door behind her.
Okay.
So So you say you see a lot of things, correct?
I do. Although you have been out of my sight for quite a while.
How long's a while?
15, 20 years. I'd have to look at the exact time she's estimating.
8 years. 8 years.
Yes.
So you can
Well,
you
no.
can connect with the Emerald Grove?
That is why it's longer. That's why I was thinking it was longer.
Oh.
She only connects through the Ingalna Forest.
You've seen me before?
When you first entered, I saw you when you were young. And then it's peculiar you disappeared from my sight.
How young?
Well, I would say it's 9 or 10 years ago.
Do you see a lot of things? Do you see people who can manipulate time?
There are plenty of those here in the Empire. And they like to remain out of sight.
I'm aware. You know anyone who can... Have you ever seen anyone, very beautiful, red hair, natural, not like mine. I mean, mine's natural, but not like mine.
I know of who you speak.
Um,
Last I saw her, she was leaving the Empire.
leaving.
Correct.
I was told she was dead.
To my knowledge, she is alive.
Where is she going?
Last I saw her, she was leaving out of Baldwin Port.
Toward where?
My vines do not travel across sea. I could not tell you.
You know where, or was she with anyone?
Seemed as if she was traveling alone.
That she doesn't use weeds.
Although those of which she was associated with before she became into my sight do know how to hide themselves. So it's hard to say.
Okay, so I suppose that's all I need to know.
You should know that someone from your background or someone who knew the person of which you seek has just entered town.
Can I get more descriptors? Is it a big, tall man, gray skin? No, he's in the Andala. Okay.
No, more of the woman. She was associated with the woman you were looking for. She has violet hair, short, human woman. You would recognize her as the person you were searching for as assistant.
Need to stay out of town then. Thank you for letting me know. I don't think I got your name.
Kaliha,
Pretty. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
you as well.
Kinda flex herself, walks out. Man, she knows nothing.
Oh yeah?
Absolutely nothing. Why is Maria so special about, like, she says I was out of her sight. Whatever that means. I'll wait out here for you.
Well, I wasn't really going to ask you just a million questions. I'm just gonna talk to her from the door.
What can I do for you?
You seem to be having a lot of conversations with some of us.
Well, I've been around a long time. Those of you that are younger do seem to ask a lot of questions and partake from those of us that are your elder.
You know where I'm from?
I know the general vicinity.
So your vision doesn't stretch that far.
I have visited the Sacred Gardens, and I know that is near where you are from, so I have followed your journey, if you could call it that.
More of a downfall. I'm not here about me.
What can I do for you?
I'm here about this town that you strangely won't say the name of, the people that are in it, and their suffering.
And so you just stop talking. She shrugs her shoulders. I have nothing to say.
If you want to be a guardian of the forest, maybe you should be a guardian of the people.
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
If you want to be a guardian of the forest, maybe you should be a guardian of the people who give back as well as take in a symbiotic manner to the forest. I don't see any crazy mining or forest clearing here. You don't have to say the town's name. It's fine. You don't have to acknowledge the people. That's fine too. These creatures that you're not associated with but hurt the town. Maybe I get back to town and talk to a few of them, but if I were to be pointed in the right direction to maybe handle that problem for them, maybe you can help.
Are you speaking of the animalistic threat, or the threat of which you guys disposed of?
Your gnolls. There must be more. I can't imagine there's only 3, and they all poof away. I'm sure you were able to watch that as well.
There are packs that run throughout my forest. I tend to let them live their lives. They are animalistic in nature, while also having more human-like tendencies sometimes, though they tend to keep to themselves. I venture the ones that you guys were approached by were simply hunting, looking for their next meal. Now, the true threat to the forest for my town, one of which I had avoided dealing with, you guys have disposed of. For now.
You've been around for a while. Things gonna get better here?
Things have never really been great here.
I asked if they're getting better.
It's status quo. Things stay.
I've known a few people who choose to live and die in the same town. I thought that was going to be me. Turns out it's not. I'm a simple, powerless person as opposed to your vision. My friend Tofan seemed so convicted, Avaria as well. I have no reason to doubt them. If I was able to offer you anything, maybe change your stance.
Change my stance towards what?
I'm not enjoying beating around the fern.
What
This
would
town.
you have me do?
Oh, I don't know. See that maybe the roads are kept clean so they can get support from the Empire. See that maybe they're aware that you can be a guardian to them. Give
Should
them.
they ask, I shall offer.
I'm asking what would it cost me to have you make that offer to them first?
It is not my place to offer them. I am merely here to help. But I'm not here to force my will upon them.
It seems it takes a lot of courage to walk up to your doorstep, but even more for you to leave it.
I leave every now and then to stretch my legs.
I'll walk away.
Wait, Thor, wait, me.
Yeah.
Don't leave me here.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Cress kind of jogs after him. You didn't tell me we were leaving.
Well, it seems that Avaria has been convinced that she's maybe still. I don't know. I haven't talked to her yet. And it seems Tofan's in such a hurry that I can't catch up to him. Zeros, you coming?
Yep.
As you guys start to walk away, a vine wraps around your ankle, Josh.
Guess I'm not coming.
1 second.
She thinks you're hot.
She did say you could climb
I
every
don't know
tree.
about that.
She did say you could climb every tree in her forest. Sounded like an offer to me.
Sir, I too have watched you since you have entered my sight. I know the item of
Pretty
which
creepy.
you seek is not far from your grasp.
Didn't we just find the shit he was looking for?
Yeah.
We did.
May have.
By a rock.
Should you find it, I hope you don't lose the connection you've made with these people. And the vine will retract from your foot and she'll return into her home.
You're not gonna leave us.
I don't think so.
What will you do when you find it?
What are you looking for?
Do you remember?
Oh, I know what I'm looking for, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I don't remember a ton about my backstory, but I know the important stuff.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty short and to the point.
I'm gonna keep it to myself for now.
Okay. I get that.
When you find it, even if you don't leave us, are you gonna petition for us to go back to wherever you need to deliver it, or home? What is home for you?
That I don't remember.
You are from Zakarat.
I will say in Xenocrat. Zakarat?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. When's the last time you were there?
It's been probably
been a
about
while.
it's been about 2 months.
It'll be different when you come back. When maybe we both go back.
Understand?
Oh, I changed after I asked the town's name. I changed back to common. So
I assumed.
it was subtle, but I dropped accent and
Nah.
reacquired it.
Yeah. So you ran ahead.
Mhm.
Are you just heading back to town?
Yep. And I get a room for myself.
5,001.
Okay. And that is all you're doing?
I mean, there's more, but I wasn't sure.
That's fine. I mean, you have as much time as you guys want, so.
I wasn't sure how long this all took and how
Yeah.
long my journey back to town takes.
Your guys' journey back to town would take you on foot since you left the horse a little over an hour. If you're running, it's probably going to take you more like 45, 30 minutes.
I would eventually slow it down.
So
Once
probably
I knew
like
that
45
none of the
minutes.
rest of the party was following.
Sure, probably like 45 minutes by the time you make it back to the town.
So, I have a small request. How old is the apprentice?
She is in her early 30s.
Okay. And this is gonna seem really weird. So there's this girl, the lady told me is in town, and I kind of had a thing with her.
What kind of a thing?
A romantic.
An adult kind of a thing.
Ah.
Huh?
Sounds like fun.
And I'm really, really trying to avoid her.
Bad blood or?
Bad blood. I accidentally punched her dad in the nose.
I mean, some dads deserve that.
Yeah, hers didn't. He's a nice man.
Oh.
So if you could help me avoid her, I don't know, maybe like,
Why don't we try to maybe? Do you think she's going to be staying in the tavern?
I wasn't given that much information, I just know she's in the town.
There's not much else in the town. She'll probably be there.
If she asks about me, just say, maybe...
Why don't we find you like an abandoned little house? Hide you out in for the night?
I don't want to be alone.
I'll stay with you. I'll stay with you.
Or we could just
I'll be
figure
your bodyguard for the night.
I mean, I don't really much care for the Tinsley Corner either, so. We've stayed in worse places. Let's be real.
just live in someone's house for the night.
Yeah.
Well,
Airbnb.
Tofan tells us most of them are empty but still furnished, so.
Why don't we do that?
Okay.
Because also, I really do want to give that horse back.
Actually, this would be good. I have a bunch of things I want to work on.
We'll have a
And the
sleepover.
room at the
Slumber
Tinsy corner is
party.
tiny, so.
We can find the nicest little abandoned cottage there is in the town.
Yeah, we could.
Zeros.
Zeros?
Zeros.
They can only afford it if they split it 4 ways.
You can climb to the roof.
I'll let you climb all over it.
Or into the attic if you like.
Like in D&D, Airbnb.
Pretty much, yeah.
Airbnb.
Airbnb.
I guess I should have been.
Chip into a whole nothing.
Slumber party.
Perfect, yeah. And if she asks about me, just say I, died in the woods or something.
Yeah.
Died in the woods.
I mean, do you think she's here because she's looking for you, or?
I don't know who would know I'm here. I didn't really tell anyone I was coming up this way. I don't think we told anyone we were coming up this way. So maybe she's just here visiting. Maybe she's just here to... She's like a sciencey, alchemical type person. She really likes... She's like kind of like you. She's like a, arcane looking... She might be here doing research.
It's fine. It's fine. We will just go find our horse, and we'll find a nice little place to stay. Zeros can climb on the roof.
Okay.
Climb to the highest point of it.
I'm gonna sleep in a tree.
Thank you guys so much. It's saving me so much trouble. It's just so
Let's just go.
awkward.
Okay, we're gonna go.
Do you think it would be a little bit easier at some point to make amends? I mean, it was only a punch to the nose.
Oh, there's more. I just don't want to talk about it. You know, romance is an icky thing.
Yeah, it is. It'll get you in an awful lot of trouble.
Yeah, like punch someone in the nose.
Sure. I kind of did want to ask. I don't know why I'm so curious. I guess I'll just fall back a little bit. Or, fuck it, I'll just ask in the middle of all this. I don't give a shit. So there's the 4 of us here.
And no.
Oh yeah, and no.
Mill, I think, would have chased after you, knowing him.
You got a last name? You never told me it.
No,
You don't have a last name.
I'm an orphan. I don't think orphans are given last
Man,
names.
You don't need to... Orphans don't need to not have a last name.
Just never given one. Then you know, at the ripe old age of an adult, they gave me the boot.
You could make a last name. It's a legacy. It's all that I have.
Maybe that's something I need to think about. What's your last name?
Silverleaf.
I think I did know that. You said that back when we first met, right?
What if I did like Crimson Fire?
You could.
I think I'm gonna think on it. That sounds kind of stupid.
I mean, I've got to... Never mind.
I feel like it's doubled up there. I feel like you're just doubling up there. You're describing fires crimson.
Me this Cress.
I mean,
it could technically be blue too.
that's up to
but-
you, so yes.
The house up there.
Yeah.
That's what we're staying.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, that house, Matt. That specific house.
Yeah, not the one on the battle map back there.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's neat.
That one.
I'm joking.
Well, you
Yeah,
should...
there's just...
I mean the gazebo.
You should think on it. 'Cause
You know, under the water tower. Gotta be the gazebo.
So you can't just like steal anyone's last name, can you? Like, you can't just like ask someone their last name and then like tack your name to the front of it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that would be advisable, but a last name is... The only reason it holds more importance than a name is when people begin writing things in books about what you do. Your surname will live on.
Orphans don't have... They aren't like assigned last names, a la...
No.
Okay. It's like a la Game of Thrones.
No.
Those bastards, but...
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Crest of the bastard.
Cress is a bastard.
I mean, a couple hundred years when I'm dead, they won't be talking about the Kelric, they'll be talking about the Elsene or the Lyris, part of the family.
You have 2 last names?
Yeah, I do.
That's selfish. I don't even have one.
It's... it's because where I come from, the legacy is attached to both sides of the family.
Ah.
We don't discard anything.
What happens if you were to find someone to fall in love? What last name do you choose to take for your side?
As with any split, you have to give up part of your legacy. It's a sacrifice.
Then you gain more legacy.
Not necessarily.
Compounding. The longest last.
No, they'll probably write about your birth last name. They keep good records where I'm from.
Where are you from?
Probably the biggest city I've seen yet. It's known as Zakarat. And it's not from here.
Cool, I don't recognize that at all. I'm assuming I don't
It's
recognize.
not on
It's
that
not
map.
on this map. I'm an idiot.
Well,
You do not know. Yeah,
I was assuming Cress would not.
you would not have heard of that or have no idea where it is.
She only knows of the capital, Emerald
Correct.
Grove.
She pretty much knows of only the Brawlhalla Concord and Sartalos Empire.
She's from the Concord. Yeah.
Correct.
That's I don't think I could pronounce that.
There's lots of things I can say that you wouldn't pronounce. We speak a different language there.
I can also speak another different language. Oh, you can speak all of those.
Yeah,
I remember we had this conversation.
I sure can.
Well, should probably get going. Gotta pick out a nice house before sundown. What time is it?
Yeah, actually, as we're walking up, I kind of point out a couple nice ones that I see. Don't know if they're occupied, but we could try.
Do I have a horse? Found a horse on the way down.
Make a perception check.
Can I help?
Sure.
Oh no! Let me roll twice!
Bruh.
Bruh.
What the heck?
So what'd you roll?
16 plus 6.
God damn! I rolled an unnatural 20. But you still did better. You got 22.
Yeah, as you guys start making your way back, you find the trail, and about 15-20 minutes after following the trail, you find the horse grazing on some grass.
Baby, coming with us.
Okay. You start leading the horse back towards town.
We're gonna have to disguise the horse or something. Cloth over it.
Well, if we
Put it in a bush. Full solid snake.
if we bring it inside with us.
Cress pulls the blanket.
Inside.
Cress pulls the blanket out of her bag and throws it over the head and like just leaves the eyes poking.
Uh-huh.
Casper the friendly horse.
Make an animal handling check.
Can I assist?
Sure.
Let me roll. Got this. 18?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. With your... Oh,
16.
Easy enough, you guys put a blanket over this horse's head. A hooded horse. And it seems as if it is not bothered by it.
We're taking it inside. Guys, we're taking the horse
I'm
inside.
gonna tell you right now that horse is not fitting in any of these houses. These are all extremely small homes. One room homes. It's gonna be a little cramped with 4 of you in there.
Zeros, you're kicked. Go find a tree to climb.
Okay.
He said he would like to sleep on the roof, I thought. Or no, that we put those words in his mouth.
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hide the horse behind the house. Grab some bushes.
Just rip a bush out of the ground.
So yeah, after
I'm just gonna trim your bushes.
Really?
But I was just talking about proper lawn maintenance.
Chunkin boy.
I've seen that YouTube ad.
So, after you guys spend 10, 20, 30 minutes go by as you guys are looking for a home that appears it would hold the four of you, you guys find what appears to be probably the largest home in town. It still appears to be only a one-room home. As you guys walk up the wooden steps, you see a small little fenced-in porch with a small little rocking chair on the porch. Entering...
Fit in the porch?
No.
If Cress makes the door a little bit bigger, he can the horse fit on the porch. No, do it. Yes.
What? What's he made of, titanium? What in the fuck?
They're trying to kill a fly, guys, just so you
Well,
all
I already
know.
got one.
There's not one, there's like 5.
Is there? I've only seen
There's
the
a
one.
couple.
There's
I've
a
only
couple.
seen the one.
I think there's 2 more.
Jeez.
Flies are really bad this year.
Yeah. So, as you guys walk in through the front door, you see a small kitchen table, big enough for maybe two people to sit at in the corner, with food that is still sitting out on its plate, drinks. The food is molded and kind of just laying about. The chair is knocked over as if someone got up abruptly and left. The bed looks
With this town.
unmade, almost small little hay bed in the corner. Appears as if this was a husband and wife, or maybe a brother and sister, who knows. But it looks as if they left abruptly.
Same bed. Okay, Cress is gonna kind of get the moldy food.
God, this was like me moving out of our apartment. Holy shit.
Oh.
Ugh, what the
And
hell?
she's like,
There's a big ass hole in the wall. Leave me alone.
Oh.
But is there any like moldy bread?
Yeah, there could be some moldy bread on the table.
I feel like the moldy bread is something she'd be familiar with, though.
Maybe. To an extent.
Yeah. So then she's kind of like, maybe a little appetizing.
No, what are you looking
Like-
for bread for? No.
It's still good.
No. Throw it away.
I've been fed worse.
I want you to throw it away.
Bread's just green.
And even if you take out what's on the surface, it can actually run to the various grains of the bread.
Yeah, and it's hard as a rock.
Yeah, you see the striations there, that's the mold setting in. No part of that is salvageable.
If I put this on my glaive, I'd have a warhammer.
I'll make you a deal. If you want a warhammer, let me know and I'll make you one.
I don't want a warhammer.
Okay.
That's your thing.
Put it on there. We'll see who's the stronger.
Cress just kind of chucks it out.
Sure, you throw it out the window.
She's just chucking out anything that's nasty, might like smells kind of funny. I'm sure there's like some like water with mosquitoes in it.
Sure.
You know, it's kind of gross, and they probably have their windows open.
Well, there's actually no glass in these windows. They are just windows.
Bruh.
Bruh.
So they're just holes.
Yes.
So Cress is trying to make it as nice as she possibly can.
Sure.
That's not very nice. And then, you know what? She takes out her just 10 candles. She takes out her 10 candles. Is it getting dark?
It is starting to get dark now.
About what time is it, DM?
It would be just about at sunset, so it would be
At
Probably
this time
about-
in the year?
5:30, 5:45.
Right.
Cress is arranging candles to like light up, making it very, very aesthetic. Very nice for what it is.
So, looking around, the room is just big enough for about the four of you to sleep comfortably.
If I give you money, would you go to the inn? You get us all food.
Actually, I would like to do that. If that's okay, Zeros. I mean, you can come with me if you'd like.
No, it's all good. You got it.
Right. Actually,
Country.
I wanted to talk to Tofan and maybe wrap up some other business.
Oh, we forgot.
I'll give you 10 gold.
10 gold? Yeah, sure. I'll give you any change.
So, I imagine, what's Tofan been doing this whole time? 'Cause I'm sure we've been here for a couple hours now.
He made his way to the inn, and we can get to that now. You've made your way to the inn. You have asked for a room.
Yep, I bought myself a new room.
Okay.
Presuming
Yes.
that everyone else was gonna stay in the other ones. As soon as I got into town, the mask goes on, covering his face. gonna buy as much strong alcohol as possible from
Tinsley.
Yes.
Or Ginley, yeah.
Yeah.
Ginley Tinsley.
Ginley Tinsley.
Ginley Tinsley.
I had
as
him
much
down
strong
as
alcohol as
Archie.
possible.
Oh, well, I mean, I have plenty of ale. It's not the strong stuff, but I do have plenty. I do have, well, I'm sure I have a bottle of bourbon around here somewhere.
Would it be possible to just have the bottle?
I could part with it for, say, a gold.
Sure. Here's 5.
You'll grab a bottle.
Jesus, what is wrong with you people?
And you see his eyes light up and quickly takes the money and puts it underneath his counter. You hear him drop it into a chest, and what you would normally hear dropping on other coins, you just hear it hit the bottom of wood.
I appreciate you dearly. I apologize if there's anything wrong with the room when I am done with it. I will gladly pay you more to cover the damages.
Well, all right.
What do you intend to do in my room?
I'm not certain.
Is your friend coming in?
He's gonna turn around and leave. He's just like, okay. He's not gonna say no when you've already given 5 gold.
I walk up to the new room.
Yep.
Mask is still on. And
One thing I should point out, when you entered the bar, you did notice a pair of 3 patrons. 2 men dressed in the attire of the Blackguard. Those of the guards of the capital, which is peculiar for this area, because you've known from what people have told you that they do not come to this area. And with them, you see a woman dressed in a long black cloak with very vibrant purple hair. And they were just sitting at the bar in the corner next to the hearth while you were entering.
I'm too distracted to even give them mind.
That's
No
fine.
idea.
Just wanted to let you know they were there.
Yep. It goes up to the room, start drinking heavily from this bottle. Just pounding it.
Okay, just make a general constitution saving throw for me.
Goodness, he's just getting smashed. This is D&D.
Natural 1.
Oh!
You're feeling pretty tipsy, if not almost drunk, and just pounding back this liquor.
Continues, and just with extreme frustration and anger, starts kind of yelling out, "What do you want with me? Don't understand," and just starts trashing this room.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Nothing comes right now.
Pay in advance.
Nothing comes right now.
And continues to drink and just fucks this room up.
Okay.
And once its bottle's gone and it's significantly destroyed, leaves another 10 gold in
So if
the
he doesn't
room.
pass out before leaving the
Yeah,
room.
and attempts to go to the other room that Intel registered.
So make a general constitution saving throw for me again before leaving. See if you drink yourself into passing out.
12?
Yep.
Almost good for
You do have Glyph of Warding still, you would.
It's not Glyph of Warding, but
Or
Well,
whatever
that's,
the fuck
if
it is.
wait, is it a check or a saving throw?
it's a saving throw, but you have to call it before you make the roll.
I
That's-
completely
that's
forgot
true.
about it before I rolled.
Yeah, you
So
do have
that's
to do
fine.
it before you call the roll, or before you roll. You just have
Glyph
to
of
decide.
Fate for the
Flip of
future.
fate. Yeah, how long does that last?
It's about an hour, I think.
Okay.
No, I think it lasts for, maybe it is only an hour. I'll double check, it's not important.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah. You're pretty trashed. You're having trouble getting up and walking. But if you would like to muster the strength, you could make it to the other room.
Fades at dawn or long rest if it's not been triggered.
There we go.
Absolute best to get back to the other room, leaving gold behind.
Sure.
In the
As you leave, that same group of people are entering their room behind you, and you see the woman standing in the hallway. Well, that was quite a ruckus now, wasn't it?
kind of does like a bro nod and holds up the bottle and shambling down the hall.
Well, you have yourself a good night. And you see her walk into the room and shut the door. So you make your way into the room, yeah.
Presumably passed the fuck out, probably on the floor.
Probably. So, the four of you.
Yeah, I did. I took her 10 gold pieces and
That's
went off.
correct.
To
You
the
went to get
Tenzin
food.
So the question to you would be, at what point does she retire versus Tofan's mad rage? The lady with the purple hair.
So,
Because my plan was to walk in, talk with Ginley, and also case the joint looking for this person that Cress described.
that's fine. So you would have got there probably...
There's only about 6.
After lagging behind and talking as much as you guys did while Tofan ran away and then taking the time to look over the house and the talking you guys did, you'd get there probably an hour to an hour and a half after Tofan did. So he would be in the midst of his fits of rage in the room. So she would still be out at dinner.
Okay. I will walk in,
Okay.
and wherever abouts there on the bar, I will just be down it, not exactly on the opposite end.
Sure.
And I'll talk with Ginsley. Ginsley, I need a favor if you could. I'm looking to feed a few friends who we've got a advanced scout out in the woods. Could you bring some food up to mine and my other traveling companion's room?
Well, sure. I could have
in a
plenty.
to-go sort of manner.
I mean, I could throw it on a wooden platter. I guess I would not need it back.
Certainly, that works. Just as well, what's with the 3 figures down the bar?
You know, it is
And I'll
peculiar.
slide him 3 silver.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And under his breath, he does say, well, it is very peculiar. Do not see the blackguard in this area. Ever, actually. I don't think I've ever seen one step foot in this town, but the woman that is with them, she is of the Drakaya Syndicate, a organization that works and resides in the capital. They're here looking for something, someone. I've only caught bits and pieces of their conversation.
Interesting. I appreciate the information. And I will cast a glance down at the 3 of them, trying to take in as many of the features, keeping in mind that I have keen mind
Sure.
of her.
Yeah. So you see a young woman in her early 30s, almost vibrant blue eyes with long purple hair that kind of goes down about halfway down her back. She's dressed in a long black cloak and almost very fine black leathers underneath. Make a perception check for me.
Oh boy. It's not very good. Total is 6.
6. That's about all you really notice on her. The only thing that really stands out to you are her vibrant purple hair and just almost her... she has features that almost stand out as if she is one of in power. You can tell that she holds herself well and that the other 2 are just almost here to guide her, be her subordinates.
Any scars?
None that you can see. The 2 that are sitting with her just look like General Blackguard, dressed in the same attire of that black, red, and bronze gear that you saw from back in Oldfield.
Yeah. After a while, I will have ordered a drink, as cover.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I will pay Ginsley whatever it costs for the drink and the food.
Oh.
And I will retire up to the room that Tofan and I had rented together.
The drink and the food, we'll say, runs you 2 silver pieces. The food here's fairly cheap.
Okay. I will do that in whatever order you would like, as I generally try not to make it look like I'm just casing them and then leaving the room.
Oh, that's fine. So you start making your way up to the room. As you pass the room where Tofan is, make another perception check for me.
We got so much stuff. 17.
17. So you would hear him in his fits of rage.
Well, since we already determined how that shook out, I won't
That's fine.
go in the door.
So you make your way into the room with your food.
Yep.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do? Theros? Anything you want to do while you're at the house?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to electrical and do the wires.
Jesus.
Or is there anything you would like to do while you're at the house?
Four.
I'm just gonna take some time myself with one of the candles and just take a moment, pray to my God.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Kinda
Take some
sucks.
time to kind of connect.
Okay. Is there anything specific you were saying to him or want to say?
I think just for guidance. Just want, because what just happened for her was very traumatic.
Okay.
I just want some guidance.
You just kind of sit down in front of the candle on the ground and pray to Vasmordial to bring you some guidance, maybe some insight on what has happened to kind of
Yep.
help you make your decision and show you your path.
Yep.
Anything else?
Cressida watches her do her cleric thing.
Yeah.
And when she's like figured out that she's finished praying, she kind of crisscross applesauce across from her, same candle. How do you connect with your god? Did he let? You said it was as Vaz more.
That's more real.
Yeah, that. Sorry, I don't have much of a religion background. Orphan, you know.
Right.
They're like, I don't know, whatever. Did he like? How did that happen? How do you become a what are you, a cleric?
Just a follower.
Well, you should still be considered a cleric of the god.
That's for her to decide.
Oh.
You know,
That is her class, but I know what you're getting at.
He sent me a vision, and I don't know what it means. That's what I'm trying to find out. And he's completely opposite of what I probably am generically supposed to work.
You know, like you get the hot and cold thing
Yes.
going on. It's kind
Kind of odd.
of, yeah.
But I think him being such an outcast.
Were you an outcast?
I mean, I'm with you guys.
Am I an outcast?
I mean, you are an orphan.
I am an orphan. Yeah, it's a weird thing being an orphan. I wasn't an outcast, and then I was. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gods are weird.
They are.
Mine also. I think mine's a god. I don't know. No one's ever heard of them. Her? Whatever. I also had a vision. And like, how long have you been talking with your god?
Reference your notes.
Does it tell me how old I was?
I believe we discussed it.
Young child.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, very young.
I didn't know like how young that would mean.
I mean, a child. So for you, like, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago? Because, I mean, you're still extremely young yourself.
Interesting. Totally honest with you, I'm new to this whole paladin thing. My god's only been talking to me for months.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely. It's difficult to figure out what exactly they're saying to you. How they get their messages across aren't clear. You have to kind of decode them.
I was just kind of plucked up out of the woods one day, kind of. I don't know.
By an owlbear.
Don't say it.
Did you say that?
Triggers half the party anytime you say
You
owlbear.
say that.
I know.
And Cress's voice kind of catches. Yeah, owlbears. Hate owlbears.
You okay, Cress?
You know when you're 14, it's hard to kill an owlbear?
Killed an owlbear at the age of 14.
Me and these guns. and the light.
Why'd you have to kill in the light? What do you mean the light? What?
I didn't look like this. And then I was attacked, you know, by the owlbear. And then I looked like this. And the owlbear was burned. And I was burned. And also the blade was bloody. I tried stabbing it. I don't think the stabbing's what did it.
So a giant beam of light. Are you sure you weren't dead?
I don't know.
Is that how your god talked to you? Is that?
I don't know. Yeah, that happened, and I became an outcast that day. That's when I became the outcast. Yeah, that's why I have a thing with burning people, because I burned the owlbear, and I don't know, it just wasn't an enjoyable experience.
No, I understand.
Thank you for listening to me. I feel like we never talk, and we're the only girls in the group. I feel like we should talk. This is nice.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully
overshare.
Delric will be back soon with our food.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
I am too.
He's slow.
He's very slow, and you wouldn't let me eat the bread. Neither would
Really?
he.
You really gonna bring up the bread?
Yeah.
Go grab something next to you. You have anything next to you? You just toss at her outside of the candles.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, there's probably like rocks on the floor from it being a dirt floor.
Another steel.
It's not
piece of
dirt floor.
bread.
It's not dirt floor?
No.
Silverware,
Pocket sand.
spoon.
Pocket. Alrighty, guys, that is where we're going to take our break. We'll be back here in a few minutes.
Wow.
Alrighty, guys, and welcome back. Again, I do apologize. No giveaway this week. Like I said, I'm not going to start doing giveaways during the breaks again until I start working again. So as soon as I start a new job, we will get back to doing mugs, or I've contemplated doing maybe some custom mini giveaways, or maybe something different. If you guys have any input on what you'd like to see, shoot me a message on Discord or post it in our Discord. Maybe I'll find a way to do something that is good for everyone. Let's not blind the audience.
Yeah, don't do that. Bad idea.
So,
I'm sure it will blind the audience. I mean,
It might damage the camera. I don't know.
it might. That's why I did it for half a second.
so that's not the song I wanted.
I was saying, shit, just grab it.
So we are picking back up as Kelric. You are making your way to the room where you have found Tofan on the verge of basically passing out, if not already completely drunk off his ass, passed out.
I'm guessing I see a bottle next to him.
Probably.
Probably clutched in his hand.
Oh. You alright?
He gives a thumbs up with the bottle hand.
Yeah, you know how I am. Are you actually okay?
Much as ever, I guess.
Well, I'm not having such a great time these days myself. I mean, probably the most secure I've felt in a while, but I can't say I particularly wanted to be here. Is there something you wanted to talk about, or?
Maybe, but definitely not now. I was told I should sleep.
Yeah, you probably should. You've been running yourself a little ragged.
Drank enough to try to sleep.
Yeah, well, I'll sit down in front of him cross-legged. You mind? And we'll just start passing the bottle back and forth every once in a while.
So very little bit.
Very little bit that's
I was
left.
gonna say, is there anything left in that bottle?
Very little. And when
Okay.
it runs out, I'll pull a flask out and start drinking.
Okay.
Well, everyone else is, long story short, there's Cress is not feeling comfortable in the tavern, so we found a abandoned home if you'd like to join us, but I can understand if you want a little bit of peace, a little bit of quiet. I'm here fetching dinner for them, so I do have to go soon. I was gonna ask actually if I could borrow the bag, if that's okay.
Of course, it's sitting right over there against the wall.
I'll get it in a sec, it's no rush.
I'm gonna stay here. Probably. I don't think I'd make it anywhere else if I wanted to.
I would help you, but do you want me to stay with you?
No, it's okay. You bring dinner to everyone else.
I can always double back.
No, I'm alright. Enjoy your night. Alright, take care of the rest.
Oh, it's a full-time job, but I'm trying.
It sure is.
Well, so I'm gonna pass the flask over to you. At this point, we're on flasks. I imagine. I'm trying to figure out what, if anything, I can do for any of these people. Don't know what lies next after Shinrun, but I know I want it to be with them, with you. So if you want that conversation in the morning or any other time,
My plan is...
I've an open book, but my lips are sealed.
In the morning, hopefully I'll have more information for all of you. But that's all I've got for now.
I don't need your information. I need your confidence that I can help you.
I appreciate that.
I'm assuming at some point during all this, Gimli knocks on the door.
Sure.
I will thank him, paying him the requisite 2 silver, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
As well as he comes in. Gimli, a question if I might. The group that I inquired about, the female that was with them, as I kind of splay out another 3 silver in my hand and drop it into his. Did she leave a name?
And you see him kind of pull a book off his side and he says, name was Eliana, I believe.
Eliana.
Yes.
Very well. My line of questioning is truly, I'm not planning on causing any ruckus. I'm just a curious passerby. I appreciate this.
I do not know much about them, but if I find anything, I could bring it to you.
You know what? If you could, yeah. There's always a bit more in it for you. Be happy to pay you whatever you think the information's worth, within reason, of course.
Well, I appreciate the offer. I shall keep my ears open.
I very much appreciate that. Goodie nacht.
Good night. You see him walk away.
Eventually, probably as Tofan is drifting off or whatever, I will gather the bag, load most of the food into the bag, and sling it over my shoulder, and good night, Tofan.
Already passed out.
Okay. Then I just kind of mutter it as I leave. I'll make my way back to all of them, bring out the bag, slowly bring out all the food. Or I should say the whole tray. I don't know if I can bring out the whole tray and then take out the whole tray. Who knows?
Sure, that works.
Sure.
You bring out a tray of food and you
rather than
guys...
me literally handling all of their food as I.
Here's some moldy bread.
You guys see pulls out a tray and it's got a few slabs of what was probably dinner. Looks like it's pork. Looks like it's been dried out and it's cold. Some bread that's close to going stale. Looks as if he didn't charge you much because he pretty much brought you whatever was left over from dinner.
It's not much, but we're scrounging by anyway, so it's the best I could do.
Cress digs in. Robert.
No,
I
stopped by to see some of the patrons. Your violet-haired friend was in there.
She didn't ask about me, did she?
I didn't talk to them directly.
Thank goodness.
Figured that's not what you would have wanted.
Avoid eye contact. Easy.
Well, I tried to figure out who I tried to take in the details. You know, it all sticks up there.
No, I don't know.
I have a photographic memory, so I could. Well,
I was making a joke.
I was gonna say it, but...
Well, I was going to offer if you wanted me to draw her.
Oh!
Make sure
you
it's the
can
same
draw?
one that you think. Well, certainly, yeah. Aiden can't draw for shit, by
I
the way,
understand.
but Kelric has keen mind and he's got a photographic memory at this point. I would imagine he's not too bad at drawing, as he's really good at inscribing.
Yeah, I'm sure he could figure it out.
He's much better with a writing implement than I am.
Yeah.
Only if you wanted to. I don't want to.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I will begin on a large piece of. I'll flip to one of the back pages. You actually see me flip past some of my writings, which you can't read, which is lucky. And I will kind of take 2 pages in and just start this large, almost portrait from the very bottom of the chest.
Say that one more time for me. Where are you writing it in your book?
At the back near some of my writings and just before the inscription. I flip to unused pages and just begin drawing. It's as much for my memory as it is for yours, but I wanted to make sure it's the same person you're thinking of, and I'll draw them out.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you... Not ever really been much of a artist before, but being a man who's well-crafted and with your keen mind enough to remember all the details of what you saw and what you could take in that short amount of time, takes you about 20 minutes to draw a rough sketch of what she looks like.
Yeah, that's her.
Never mind.
Okay.
Just as beautiful and snobby looking as the day I lost her.
I get the nose right.
It's got a little bit more of a crook in it than that. It's kind of like a hawk nose a little bit.
Right. Oh, sorry, I didn't get it perfect, but
It's fine. Noses are hard.
so what's the deal? I mean, yeah, you punched him in the face, but there's a lot more bad blood. What's all that about?
It was a really bad breakup. I don't know. It just difference in opinions. She's from like a hoity-toity family, and of course I'm a little old orphan.
Yeah, and she was being escorted by 2 members of the Blackguard.
Like I said, big family.
How much do I know about the Blackguard, DM? Is it usual for large family members to be escorted by the Blackguard, or is that more of a special thing? Because it strikes me as more of a special thing.
Make a history check or an intel. Oh, yeah, just do history.
Oh, lovely. 11.
It's hard to discern. You haven't really heard much about the Blackguard not being from the Empire. They're still their practices and their nuances are still kind of new to you, so it's hard for you to discern whether that's something special or whether that's something that's just done within the Empire.
Well, I've kind of just started on a thing. It's a long ways off. But when I'm done, it's something I'm trying to replicate without... I don't have any books. I should be able to see where she's at almost at any time if that's something you need. So just keep that in mind because I've got it there.
Okay. Yeah.
And
sure.
now that I've got the drawing, I can't forget.
Okay. Yeah.
Just gotta look at it once every 30 days.
I did catch the name. Is it Eliana, right?
Eliana.
It was Eliana.
Yeah. Ellie, as I like to call her.
Right. Okay. I figured that was worth it.
Thank you very much. This means a lot to me. It's just, I don't know if any of you guys have exes.
Well, I don't have any exes who are part of the Dracana Syndicate. No.
But you do have exes.
Yeah, but they're not being escorted by Blackguard.
So you mingled with the right people is what I'm hearing.
Oh, no, I didn't. At least, depending on how you look at it. I certainly did not. But I guess I didn't get wrapped up in whatever it is that you were. What is this syndicate, anyhow?
They're an organization in the Empire. Kind of a shady type deal. They kind of got the king in their pocket. This is now you see why I'm avoiding her, because if I punched her dad and they got the king in their pocket. You know what I mean? It's a little.
No, I don't, but you're not required to tell me everything, so it's fine.
It's
There
a
are some
little
holes in that story.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not even rolling an insight.
I understand.
Yeah.
Are you listening into this conversation? I assume so. Both of you, probably. Like I said, very small house.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me everything.
If you
but
want to roll insight, go ahead. 'Cause
Oh,
I can.
I don't think Coward needs to roll insight for that.
I don't think you do either.
You want to roll deception?
You can sure try, but I'm going to give you a disadvantage on it.
Is it just that obvious?
You had some holes in that story.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Whoops. That's cocked. That would have been a natural 20, though. Damn. It's a 6.
Okay.
Cress is back.
17 and a 6.
Close.
Almost nat 20 and a 17.
Well, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, it's obvious. Flying through your fucking teeth. And you don't know if any of the stories.
Some of it could be true, some of it could be false. You can't tell.
Make you a deal.
Mm-hmm.
You see any of the Warring Guard is what they're called. They protect the markets. Any of them come hunting for me, I promise you I'll tell you the truth.
What do you mean?
Well, your Blackguard, seems a little bit more of the specialized type. I won't lie. Next time. Maybe you'll tell a bit more of a truth.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I will stand up and mosey on over and start setting up a small bed in the corner.
Okay. In the only bed or just a makeshift bed?
No, I will just like take my travel pack and throw it down.
Okay, gotcha.
And get what little exists of my remaining bedroll, which is now at this point tattered.
Yeah.
And just place it so that I can lay no blanket. I'll just take off my coat and throw it over me.
Easy enough. Is there anything else anyone want to do before I get to Tofan's stuff?
I'm curled up and going to
Well, I
bed.
suppose to save Tofan for another moment, before he does all that, I will once again flip to the inscription at the very back of my book and do my darndest to make sense of it.
Make an Arcana check.
I knew it was coming. That still doesn't.
Fuck.
Do it.
12. It's elusive.
That is the exact word I was going to use. The knowledge of this spell still eludes you. You see the similarities through the inscriptions you have made and the inscriptions that are here, but again, it appears as if they're written in an older tongue, an older version of the language, and you cannot make sense of the way it is written.
He will go to bed as frustrated as when he woke up.
Anything, Cress? Anything else you would like to do? Zaros, anything else you'd like to do? Okay.
I guess Cress,
4 times.
she studies reading and writing for a little bit. What she can. What she remembers, what she was taught so far. Kinda.
Okay. Keep that retention.
Yeah.
Okay. Tofan.
Mm-hmm.
Change my music here. As you drift off into your drunken slumber, you find yourself wandering through that same familiar forest, closely resembling the one you had just ventured through with Kaliha. But this one, again, brings that sense of familiarity, that sense of home to you, like in the dream you had not too long ago. Drifting through the forest, the winds coming through the trees, you hear the sounds of wildlife, and you see different deer and fawns out in the distance galloping, but it's weird. They're almost ethereal in nature. And before you, you see the same woman, but different. She's entangled in vines all over her body, and you watch and see as the vines run down her body, almost a dress-like, and the vines spread out and go in all directions from what you can tell. Why do you push for what is already within you?
Because I don't know what it is.
The answers will come in time. Do not fight it. Do not try and force it. When you are ready, I will bestow it to you.
I mean, I can't say that's not what I expected, because it is. I have many questions, but the most important one is, what is happening now in Jinran? How can I help it?
It is... Kaliha has gotten herself into a bit of a mess. It is not one that is not worthy of my time. If you tend to try and dispel what has happened, I suggest you meet with her again. But pay attention to more what is surrounding her rather than what she directs you towards.
Sick and tired of these games, these riddles. Can someone just answer my question? What do you want me to do?
You are your own man. You must make your own choices. You must decide if this town is worth your time, or if you should leave it for Kaliha to handle herself. And she will fade. So, next morning you all awake, and you may all level up to level 5.
Oh boy! Here it is.
Do this. Guess who can't level nil up to 5?
Big ol' D6.
Nil will have to do it on his own time.
Roll the 4, DM.
There you go. Reroll 1s on your health.
D10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're level 5.
We leveled up. Another mid-session level up.
Probably much needed.
Well, you know, I'm pretty happy with it. But that's just me.
I've had really good luck with my HP. So
With everything except for your rolls.
Shit. 5, dude, right?
You get an extra second level spell slot. That's all you get.
What do I roll?
You are a D10 for clerics, I believe. Or no,
I
D8.
think they're D8.
Yeah, D8.
yes,
Roll a 10.
fucking 10.
Nice.
Me too.
What'd you get?
Wow, I'm over here with my 4
You can
feeling
reroll
happy
it.
for myself.
I'll be nice.
1.
Reroll it. I
59
said reroll
HP.
once.
I have
so-
53 HP. Or no, 56 HP. We strong.
My god.
4.
There you go. Try to be a little lenient, make your levels feel a little bit more rewarding than getting only 2 health.
Why won't you go down? Oh, why?
What the heck do I get at 5th level?
You sure
Second
we didn't
attack.
hit level 6?
You get second attack.
Yeah.
We hit level 8.
You hit level
I'm
5.
pretty sure I heard 6.
No,
I
you hit
heard
level 5.
9.
You don't get your extra attack yet.
I get
I get a bonus
2
action too,
actions.
I know.
2 actions per turn.
You get 2 attacks per action now.
You know what that means?
Double smite.
Triple smite.
Well, yeah, if you hit with
All
a
the
bonus, I
smites.
believe.
That's triple smite.
Triple decker.
And 6 spell slots.
That's a lot of smite slots.
That's a lot of smite slots. Oh, I get to pick new spells. I get Moonbeam and Misty Step.
You should have 3rd level spells open to you as well.
I literally just get another attack and that's it.
Yep.
I get a single spell, Josh.
He gets a single 2nd level spell slot. You get rewarded later on, though.
Yes, I know. I'm well aware.
So you and Shelby get 3rd level spell slots now, don't you?
Indeed.
Yep.
You ready for what that brings?
Fireball?
Oh, come on, I'm not so juvenile.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that too. I am a little curious what 2 spells you chose.
That's a shame.
I mean, I can just look.
You could. Or you could just be
Mine
pleasantly
autofill.
surprised.
Huh?
Mine autofilled.
No, those are upcasts for your level 3, so you can go into your stuff and pick level 3 spells.
Bring food and water.
I can find Steed.
Josh, I can get clean water.
I hate you guys so much.
Making it to Oregon.
Oh, on the D&D book.
Nah, I don't care about the
Luckily
DME
only
book.
on the corner.
Yeah. Say,
D&D
the
book's fine.
ground's easy to clean up. I don't think there's anything down there.
No.
Yep, nope. No electronics under there, guys. We're
We'll let
safe.
it evaporate.
Yeah, we'll get it after the session.
It'll be fine.
It'll be okay.
Put the lid on. That'd be
Shelby,
smart.
You'll be happy to know Cress can learn a spell now called Find Steed.
Oh, God.
Did you learn it?
No, but I can prepare it any day.
Good.
Oh, Lord.
You out here with a unicorn mini, Matt? Because you might need one.
There's not going to be any unicorns.
My steed can be a form that I choose.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Matt.
Owl bear.
Within reason, I think.
Well, one of the examples is literally a mastiff.
What?
Yeah, it's a dog.
Huh.
Like a big dog.
Yeah, not
Like a big dog.
huge dog though.
Pretty honking large dog.
Gonna ride
What?
a poodle.
Shelby, take Revivify.
You're looking at what all the other spells do. I know I have a big
What do you need
list.
that for? I have to repose.
Animated dead.
Oh, no.
Take Revivify.
I don't think that's listed on here.
We don't.
It should be. Take.
We
Revivify.
don't need it. It'll be fine.
It's a 3rd level spell. Take Revivify.
We'll be fine. We don't need it.
Nah, you guys don't need
Diamonds to
that.
do that.
Yeah, you need diamonds.
Yeah,
Guys.
Kelrick still needs a diamond, too.
You should get haste.
Yeah, I do need a diamond.
I have
But
something like
Shinran is
this
a
already.
shithole, and I'm not finding
She
it.
does
here.
also get haste.
That one will
Haste,
save.
haste,
Like,
haste,
if one of us
haste,
dies,
haste.
you can revive us with that.
I have
It takes hate.
Still takes haste.
We need
Gentle
more haste.
repose does not revive us. It just keeps us from decomposing.
She has something else.
You have
She has
spare
spare the
dying.
Yeah.
That just stabilizes us.
Yes.
I have gentle repose.
So, like, spare the dying will be fine if we're not dead. Revivify will save us if we're already dead. As one
Revivify
cleric,
brings one player back to life.
as one cleric
Okay,
main
I
to
got
another,
that.
take revivify.
Gosh.
You can always prepare it at a different day. You don't have to take it just this first day because you don't have the diamonds to spend it anyways. Well, at the start of every day, you can change your spells. We've been through this.
It takes time.
I understand.
There's a lot
I'm
of
still
different
bad
things.
about it.
You're right. It is very different than a barbarian, which is the only thing you've ever played.
Smack.
Which is why we chose war cleric. You should get your extra attack now as a war cleric. Level 5, I believe. Am I right, Tyler?
Yeah.
Don't war clerics get an extra attack at level 5?
I think so.
I'll have to double check. I don't have my. Oh, I do have
Here,
my book.
Shelby.
I do have my book.
Go to your actions, and it should say if you have 2 attacks per round.
We'll figure it out. It's no big deal right now. I'll look it up later.
I'll do it.
So,
Not hard to find.
well, because I want to get the session rolling, so I don't want to
Yeah,
spend
get it
time.
rolling, get it rolling. I'll do this.
All right, is everyone good then? Okay. Got your stuff figured out enough that we can get moving? Okay. So,
Good.
Tofan, you awaken in your room. Is there anything you would like to do?
Uh-huh. Take a big from last and I walk up to the other room, and I attempt to cast Mending and fix as much stuff as I can.
How long do you want to spend on this? Because that's the determination here.
No more than like an hour.
Okay. You take about an hour of your morning to cast mending on whatever you can to try and fix it. The table, the bed, the lamp, all the different things throughout
Yeah,
this room.
prioritizing like the big expensive stuff.
So like the bed.
The bed, tables, other.
The rest of you, the 4 of you, awaken in your home. The candles long burnt out. You see the piles of wax laying on the ground next to you guys.
They still have some life in them, or they out?
They're out.
Fuck. Cress would have put
It depends.
them out.
It depends on
before-
if you would have put them out.
Yeah. What? Who was gonna sleep with the candles on?
You never said you put them out, so
She put them out.
okay. So you have 10 used candles now.
They're good candles. They'll have at least 50 hours of light in them.
Yeah, that's fine.
8 hours, probably.
I don't really know candles that well.
I'd
But I
have
have
to-
left a candle on overnight, which is what I found funny is when you said that.
I'd have to
Turn a
check.
candle on.
Huh? What'd you say?
How do you turn a candle on?
So the 4 of you awaken in your room. Cress, you take the time to gather your candles from the night before. Is there anything the 4 of you would like to do?
Well, I'm suspecting you don't want to go in for breakfast.
No.
Oh, does that leave me off again to fetch some food for us,
And
or?
probably Tofan.
I'm gonna go hunting.
Just in case anyone needs it.
Oh, by the by, Avara, here's your 8 silver, or 8 gold and 2, wait, 8 gold and 8 silver? No,
No,
what am I thinking? I spent 2 silver, right?
Yeah.
9 gold, 8 silver pieces.
Yes.
I'm stupid. Here's your 9 gold, 8 silver pieces.
Remember that for me. I'm reading stuff so I can't.
I'm gonna go hunt for breakfast.
You're gonna go hunt for breakfast? Taking your longbow, gonna find something fresh?
Yeah.
I'll go with you. I've
Oh.
never hunted in my life.
Oh, I guess
Me
I'll just
either.
say...
Josh-
javelins?
Zeros is a city boy, so.
Well, I've been in the woods for approximately 3 months. Do this.
Okay.
She's learning time.
Oh, I just now have to write that down, thanks.
Okay, so you guys go out. Each of you make nature checks or nature or survival checks to try and find some tracks or where you think you would be able to find wildlife.
At 20.
On what?
Does it matter?
I mean, for flavor text, yes.
Survival 24.
Jesus.
18.
On.
Survival.
Okay. So, Zero's taking the lead here. You, assuming you're using your longbow and not your glaive for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cress is using her javelin.
Go cleave a bunny in half.
Yeah. You pull out your longbow and you knock an arrow and you start slowly tracking what appears to be a small deer's tracks through the forest. And as you do, both of you notice, looking a little closer at the forest edge here, along the different trees and running throughout the different paths, you notice similar vines, similar to those ones that were over Kaliha's house.
Yeah.
And you get the sense of that was how she saw what she said. And you guys come to a small clearing, and in the distance you see a very young buck, only 3 points.
Oh, Cress, when she sees the vine, she just gives it a little kick.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna touch it.
Okay.
She gives it a little like, ugh.
I was gonna touch it and see if it's hard like the other ones.
Okay, go ahead. And you go ahead and you grab the vine. It feels like a vine, maybe a little bit stronger than what you would think would be normal, but nevertheless, it feels like a vine.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna go kill
Bambi.
Attempt to.
Yeah. You may roll to hit if you would like.
Do I notice anything else?
Not really. I mean, it's a quiet morning.
18.
18 hits.
Or
Roll.
17.
17 still hits. Roll for damage. Deer do not have good AC.
Oh no, this one might have armor.
It has bark skin.
It's got plot armor.
Yeah.
We still sent you off for breakfast.
Oh yeah, I thought
Okay,
that I had heard
9
that.
damage.
Oh. 9 damage?
Yep.
Yeah, your arrow goes flying through the air and comes right through its side and embeds itself, and you see it take off running, and as you guys ensue chase, after about a couple minutes, it falls over dead.
Okay. I'm gonna go harvest it.
You're going to attempt to harvest it.
Why don't
So-
we just take the whole thing with us?
That sounds like a lot of work. Wait, do we have anything to carry pieces in?
I mean, you have your handy haversack.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna cut it up. Or attempt to.
So what are you trying to do? Are you just trying to get the meat? Do you want the pelt here? What all do you want?
What should we take back?
Cress has the antlers. She's got.
Oh my god.
There's a single antler that has 2 points and another one that has 1, and it's just a single like jab. It's a very young buck.
Do we do anything with these?
So you broke them off and you're holding them to your head?
Yeah.
I don't know, you might be able to use the single point as a weapon.
This hurt?
A sharp? Yes.
Jabs him in the arm and he starts bleeding.
Oh shit.
It's okay.
Josh can take 1 point of damage.
Sure.
She puts one sleight of healing hands into it.
Okay. So you're good.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So what should we take back?
Neither of you have ever hunted.
The meat, I think.
Which meat? We should probably just take the whole thing.
Yeah.
You take the heart. I'm joking.
So you grabbed the front legs, I grabbed the back legs, and we.
It is a very light deer. I mean, you could probably carry it yourself if you really
I'm
wanted
trying
to.
to imagine how we're carrying it. Like, are we holding it toward the bottom? Like
The bottom
legs
is on
on the legs in
just
the air.
hanging swinging.
It's a light deer?
I mean, yeah, this thing's probably only like 40 pounds. I mean, it's a very light deer.
I feel like a baby.
Yeah, it's a 3-point buck.
I don't know what
That is
the fuck
that is extremely young.
It's probably illegal to kill that. I don't know any rules about hunting, but I'm pretty sure that's not legal to hunt.
Oh, well. Cress just kind of slings it over his shoulder.
Yeah. Oh.
You okay?
There we go. We almost had the first person fall down the stairs on Friday Night Dice. Woo!
Jesus. Scared the shit out of me.
Scared the shit out of me too.
What happened?
Hold my ankle and step.
Oh, okay.
You good?
I was like, do we need to call 911?
Someone falls over on stream, just tumbles down the stairs.
And that's when we get banned.
So
Yeah.
Shelby jumped out of her
header
skin.
down the stairs.
Petition to change the stairs to a slide.
I'm in.
How do we get out?
Well, there's you put like stairs on the side. You know,
Have
it's
you
like a
never,
pool.
Oh,
Spider
okay.
climbed
Yeah,
a
reverse
slide
slide.
before?
Yeah, where's your sense of adventure,
Maddie
Matt?
climbs up slides.
Just play it backwards.
If Maddie can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, Maddie would love that.
Cress has the deer slung on one
Yes.
arm and literally an antler in the other. And
You just missed them killing a 3-point baby buck
My God.
because they
Yeah.
wanted to go
Breakfast.
hunting, and then Cress broke off the antlers and was like, "Look at this."
And then stabbed me with one.
Yeah, she stabbed Josh with an antler.
Okay, so what if I hold one and you hold the other? We're almost Tove. Oh, wait. He doesn't have.
Oh.
Now I'm Tove.
I think I should hold on to those. You can get the thing.
So you'll take
Stab.
you can add 2 small antlers to your inventory if you'd like. Someone might buy them somewhere for like a dog toy.
Cress is just strong arming this. She's.
Yep. As it's like bleeding down your arm.
Yeah, this is bad, and you should feel bad.
Who killed it?
They decided they wanted to go hunting.
Well,
I gave them what they found.
We went to find breakfast.
You don't think the vine? And we also sent Kelric to go get.
Yeah,
breakfast.
shortly after sending Kelric to get breakfast.
You don't think the vine lady's gonna like vine us, do you?
No, I
Vine
think we're
us.
good.
Cress just kind of kicks the vine.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Vine's dead.
Yeah, we found the forest littered with vines.
They shut that off a couple of years ago.
Okay, so about 20-30 minutes goes by. You guys make your way back to the house with the deer slung over your shoulder.
Avaria! We got. Cress is kind of.
You know that was a baby.
I didn't kill it.
I didn't do it.
She kind of says.
Okay.
I was hungry.
I like the music because it matches with her becoming a BBEG of the campaign by killing baby deer.
I guess can we attempt to start skinning it and getting it prepped to eat?
Do you know how to do that?
I mean, I skinned Wolfboy, I think.
Did skin the knoll.
Was her first time doing it then, but
Now she's
So-
experienced.
now she's
Put
experienced.
it on her resume now.
Are you going to attempt to skin it?
What do I need to roll for?
Just make a general dexterity check. See how good your hand-eye coordination is
19.
here to. Okay.
Add whatever you need to add to it. Oh, okay.
That's a. Let's see. You can add 1 small deer pelt.
Yeah.
How do you butcher this?
What condition is it in?
Just add fine, I guess.
Okay. I need to know for selling purposes.
Okay.
Can Cress try her hardest to butcher this thing? Just like
She can sure try. What does she use? You take your glaive and like start carving pieces out.
she doesn't have shit. She has a hammer, I think, or a crowbar. What the fuck?
Just want to point out, you guys are carving this up without draining the blood out of it first.
You have that.
That's okay.
Fine. I
This
don't
is
know
our
how.
first time.
War paint.
War paint. So you start taking your glaive and begin carving into this deer. Make a survival check for me, and it is a bloody mess.
I am fucking terrified when I return.
Cress, before she does this, she does dress in the druidic clothes that she had originally.
Okay.
So, you know, they're already like kind of dirty and ucky. They're druid clothes.
What is that? Her druid clothes dirty and
Fucking
ugly.
classism over
They're
here.
like,
My God.
well, they live with nature and stuff. And they're like,
That doesn't mean
probably,
anything.
like a size too big because they didn't have clothes for her.
Yeah, they were Saber's clothes. They would be big on you.
They're big, and now they're about to be bloody.
But Saber also dresses well. He was not in dirty clothes.
Okay, well they're dirty because Cress hasn't washed them since
That's
leaving
fine.
home. That's an 18.
18. Yeah. So I mean, you start carving through this deer and cutting off slabs of meat out of the ribs and then out of the thighs. And I'm trying to think. I've heard Grandpa talk about this 100 times, and I can't come to my mind on what parts of the deer are actually used for edible reasons.
Innocent.
Yeah.
Rump.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what the
But
deer tail?
it is a bloody mess. Your glaive, like every time you cut into it, it like starts squirting because you didn't like properly drain it, and like starts going everywhere, and like your pants and your shoes and like all over your glaive are just covered in blood.
You're doing great! I'm gonna throw some words of encouragement out here for this girl.
Yeah.
It's really bloody.
You're doing great. Wonderful.
Definitely what I wanted to have a mental image of.
Okay.
So you take about, being your first time ever doing this and very new to it,
With a glaive.
with a glaive, we're gonna say this takes you about you're about making your way back, or we'll get to you coming back after whatever you're doing while you're gone.
I'm gonna
So-
mosey on in, look for Tofan and Nil.
Okay. Have you come out of your room yet?
I would have been in the other room.
Correct. You went to the other room, so you'd find Nil sitting at the bar when you walked in.
I will mosey over close to Nil, striking up. I won't make him roleplay while.
That's fine.
I'll make him roleplay Nil while Nil isn't here. Striking up general conversation. I look for a purple-haired lady, violet-haired lady.
It appears as if she is either still in her room or not in the hall here.
I will make the same order, but this time to be delivered in front of me.
Sure.
And I will wait for that order to arrive and then put it in the bag of holding.
Are you still wanting meat, or would you like breakfast food?
Oh, breakfast food, sorry. I just wanted it to go like for 4
Sure,
people.
maybe some boiled owlbear eggs.
At this point, I don't really think they'll have a preference.
Sure. Enough for 4 again?
Yeah, maybe just mix it up a bit, get some random meats and other things as well.
Sure, I'll throw in maybe some sausages and some bacon.
Whatever you've got.
Sure. He'll go into the back and start putting together a platter and bring it out for you. It's got some fruits, some sausage, some bacon, a couple boiled eggs on it.
Okay. I will pay him whatever that requires.
Well, last night was a little bit of leftovers, so breakfast is a little more expensive, considering it's fresh, so we'll call it 5 silver pieces.
Very well. Thank you. And I will case the room before I walk out, telling Nil the same thing that I told Tofan.
Right.
One more time to see if she has arrived at this point.
Looking around, still doesn't appear. I mean, she's either still in her room or no longer here.
Okay. I guess as I case, I'll call out Finley. You know if she checked out this morning or is she still around?
I believe they said they were staying, but I saw them leave this morning. They paid for another night's room.
Oh boy. Thank you.
Yeah, I did not hear much of what they spoke of this morning. They had their breakfast and they were on their way. Seems as if they aren't a very lively bunch.
I'll slide him 2 silver on my way out. Let me know if you see or hear anything else.
I appreciate that.
And I will make my way back to the group. But with that, I would like to generally look to see if anyone sees to be... As I kind of make my way back, I want to be keeping my eyes on like the recessed areas of the road.
Okay.
Tree lines, see if maybe anyone's waiting.
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Oh boy. I cannot seem to roll today. Big 12.
Looking around, you don't really notice anything. You don't see anyone waiting or watching.
Okay.
Seems like status quo, normal day.
Push my way in. I got a nice variety. Gods for Dom! What in the fuck? What are you doing?
She's doing fine. She's doing fine. Just let her go. She's doing wonderful things. She got dinner or breakfast.
You sent me to get breakfast. I have breakfast. What?
Well,
In the...
she's really happy right now. Just let her go. She's doing great.
And about that time, you would have been finished carving off what you thought would be the amount of meat you could get.
Look at this. We need salt.
I have some wonderful herbs.
I have like the tiniest amount possible for some of the spells that I cast. And
He caught it.
Oh.
I thought Josh took the
I
antlers.
have antlers.
Yeah, I was saying.
Cress is just sitting there going,
Yeah.
It's the glaive. She has the glaive, but her hand's still.
It's
This
just
is what I thought it
Yeah,
was.
blood dripping down your hands, all over your face.
She looks like what the fuck, Carrie?
Hi. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of slide the platter over in one of
Cress,
the corners that's
Cress,
further away from
Go
this.
clean up before you eat, please.
Uh,
Clean yourself up.
Have we seen any like bodies of water?
There was a well in the center of town.
just
Any bodies of water in the forest?
No. You do have a map that shows you where water is.
Cress have the map.
The map,
It's
I
in the
believe, is
bag.
in the handy haversack.
Cress takes out the bag.
Okay.
It's bloody now. My hands are bloody.
Oh, Lord.
There's blood prints on the sides of the map.
Well, I know what you've got to do to this now, Matt.
I'm not putting blood on the sides of that map.
Where's your sense of adventure?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some red paint on both my hands and just grab the side of each one.
So the short answer, no.
No
come
water.
on, you gotta commit to authenticity.
Except in the
If you guys want it, I'll do it.
No.
archipelago.
Believe in it.
If we need to get blood on it, I will get blood on it. It's fine.
I'm not gonna put actual blood on it.
Halloween blood.
Let me just punch myself in the face real quick, get a bloody nose.
Cress-
Get it done real quick.
Kind of like
I got your back. I always give you bloody noses.
Cress wrings the blood out of her ponytail.
Ugh. Doesn't even look any different with the red hair.
Yeah, it doesn't. Alrighty. Would anyone like to go with me to the well?
Go with you, Cress.
I'd prefer not to get arrested, no.
I'll go. I'll go. We'll be fine. Someone needs to go with Cress right now, so I will. I've got you.
Do we still have the blanket on the horse?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Our horse may have something.
Yeah, the horse doesn't really have opposable thumbs, so...
Anyone have a blanket?
I do.
Can I see your blanket?
Not right now. Not right now, you cannot.
I'll give you my blanket.
No. We're going to walk you.
Kelrick,
Do I have a blanket?
do you have a blanket?
I feel like I'm an accessory to crime. No, I don't.
I have an extra set of clothes.
Just strip down naked, you'll be fine.
So doesn't have a crowbar.
Put your
I'm gonna get
blanket. Put your blanket on the horse.
Okay. Shame.
Shelly.
I'll go we'll switch out blankets. I'll give her
Okay.
a blanket, and she can get all nasty, covered in
I
blood.
wrap the blanket around, kind of like I've got it like wrapped around my head a little bit,
Okay.
and so it's like it's a good representation.
I think I get the gist of what you're trying to do. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like draped down her body too. And she kind of like hunches her shoulders. I look like a grandma.
A shawl.
Always like that.
No, you look like a fucking murderer. Like,
Let's just go. Come on. We're going.
Okay, let's go.
and the
You're
time...
not even here yet.
No, I'm not. Where's this well in relation to the...
Directly in front of the inn.
I would imagine this is about the time I'm finally making my way out.
Yeah, probably.
So did we cook this meat or?
What the...
How about you eat what I don't...
I turn around and walk straight back in and drink.
Oh, we got into the
they're
well
getting-
now.
Yeah, so after taking time to make it to the well, you guys take the bucket and start lowering it down in the well, and as you do, Tofan walks out and just sees you guys there.
Hey, Tofan.
What are we doing?
Well, we got it. We
Cress
got it.
goes to wave, and
Cress.
part of the blanket falls.
And then you
It's
see her
just-
covered in
it's just
blood.
Blood.
Ah, you
Please
fucking...
Tell me that's not your own?
I'd be dead.
Good. So it's not yours.
No, and then she's just furiously grasping for the blanket and pulling it back over her.
Do you need any help?
We should probably all meet up, so yeah, you know how to buy some salt.
Thanks for the concern, Tofan. It's not like she might have killed Kelrick or something.
Buy salt! Lots
Cress
of
is
salt.
Why
secretly
do
a
we
serial
need-
killer.
Salt.
We
Cress
have
is
meat.
gonna be the big bad in
We
the
have
end.
meat. We need to salt the meat so it doesn't go bad.
What kind of meat?
Deer
Wait.
meat.
Why?
Apparently, baby deer meat.
Why did you kill the baby deer for its meat?
I didn't kill the baby deer.
Alright, I'm just gonna take the bucket and just dump it on her. Just
With the blanket too.
Yep, blanket it all, sorry.
Okay, you know, have a soaked blanket as the water drips over you. It's gonna take a few buckets to get all this blood off.
I guess while she's doing that, Cress starts bringing the blood out of the blanket
Mm-hmm.
and the blood out of her hair.
I'm gonna start going back down as well and bring it back
How
up.
stagnant is this well water? How nasty does
I
Cress
mean-
smell?
It's not too bad.
Okay. It's not
And
terrible.
next bucket. Just like when I give Maddie a bath.
Can one of you tell me where everyone else is?
Oh yeah, there's a little house. You know, if you go down the
Take a
road,
left.
make a left, go down a few houses. It'll be on the right. It's got a nice little rock in the front yard.
Is
There's
the
a horse, too.
there?
Yes, he's hidden.
Okay,
But you're going to leave
I feel
him
like
there.
I can find the horse. I will walk in
He's
the
wearing a
general area
blanket.
of their directions looking to find the horse.
Okay. Sure, you
Am
start
I
making.
unexhausted now? by
You
the
are
way?
not on exhaust. You are lost all your points of exhaustion. Yes.
Finally. Only took 3 sessions.
It's the first time you've seen Cress with her hair down. Very long. Very, very long. Very pretty.
Really, it looks pretty short to me.
Looks like it's full of fucking blood.
It doesn't look any different. Maybe the sheen's a little, like, looks less like
Whiter.
strands of ruby and more like strands of...
It takes you about
Blood.
20 minutes, but you
Moisturizing.
eventually find the house where you would, I would assume, find Zeros out front.
Yeah, you see me sitting outside. I'm not in there.
I think the blood's
You
made
see
it
me
a little...
out holding these.
I think the blood's made it a little softer.
You turn them into nunchucks.
This is something I should do more often.
Well, we're gonna get
Does it make
we're
me
gonna,
look younger?
no, it doesn't. No. No.
A little more youthful?
No. We're not starting that. We're not bathing in the blood of virgins.
Shelby.
You don't know if the deer was a virgin.
If it was a baby,
It was a
I
3-point
would-
bug.
Or was it a 4-point bug?
It's 3.
So if
Stupid.
I got most of the nastiness off,
After a few buckets, yeah.
we should probably go. And Cress throws the blanket back on her.
Now soaked.
Now soaked.
And just starts running.
Okay, you guys start making your way back to the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're running back.
Hunching my back like a little old lady.
Come on, Grandma. Let's go. Let's go, Mima.
I'm coming.
Mima, you need me to carry you?
So as you guys start making your way back down the road, you do a cart driven by 2 sets of the Blackguard pass right by you. You guys keep making your way back to the house?
Yep.
All right.
I sit by
Wait.
Kelrick as soon as I get to
The house.
No, it's heading back towards...
Oh.
You passed it.
I got confused. I thought,
That's my girlfriend's, ex-girlfriend's things.
Okay. Got you. Told you, I'll be your bodyguard tonight.
just tonight.
Any other day now.
Yeah, you don't want to go in there. It smells like nothing but iron.
Yeah, I ran into Cress and Bavaria.
Oh,
Interesting morning.
yeah. They sent me for breakfast, and when I came back, they were butchering a whole baby deer.
Well, unfortunately, that sounds about right.
What happens when we're left unsupervised?
Say,
You made me go and leave you unsupervised.
I appreciated our talk last night. You have a question?
Yeah, if I can answer it, I will.
There are other ways to, I guess, transcribe what your words or what you're trying to say other than written audio. Is there any magical means you play a message? Have you ever heard of such a thing?
A message to someone else or a message to yourself?
To someone else.
Such magics do exist. They're the kind of thing I wish I would have learned back before I was thrust into this life. Never got the chance. There are ways to replay. I'm actually working on a little something that hopefully will let you replay a memory. That's probably a long ways off, but there are ways to repeat audio if you want to record it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Essentially a letter or a note, but
Well, there's a lot of
not
ways
written.
to send a message of sorts to someone else. Is that what you want to do?
To an extent.
I can't do it just yet, but it is a thing.
Okay,
Can I ask who you'd like to send something to?
kind of like to keep that myself for the moment. There's lots of people, but one definitely sticks out.
Then I won't dig anymore.
Less sending a message and more leaving a message. Person.
I'm guessing you're not interested in sending traditional mail.
In this case, it wouldn't quite work.
Well, I have a list of things that I'm trying to work towards, but I could move that up the list.
No rush. Whatever you're working on is sure more important.
Well, I'm working on your bracer for one.
That
You
would
want to
be
see the
wonderful.
progress?
Yes.
I've got to. I basically pull out what small project I've completed. It still needs the mechanism, but you can see here I've made slots for each of the bolts. And the leather, I need to make a mechanism that kind of comes within the center. Should fit comfortably under the first layer I've created. And then each of these bolts will, upon this actuator that I'm going to work on over here, will kind of slide in and load. And then once you're out of any preloaded bolts, my hope is to make it so the mechanism you can just slap a bolt in. I've seen you do that before quite handily, but this should free up a bit more of your time when, well, you want to be quick.
That sounds wonderful.
But I've been wanting to send things to people as well. It's not easy, and it's taking a lot of my free time and a lot of my spare money, but I can always bump it up the list. I was hoping when we got to Jinrun here that it wouldn't, might yield something, but it's a pretty devoid town. We go somewhere else, I might be able to find something and make it quicker.
I certainly appreciate that. If you need help, I can't do much learned magics, but I can, help with money or supplies if need.
It's not cheap, spending all of these components trying to learn these spells. It costs a lot more of my time and money than I would have liked, but that's the price us mere mortals pay.
Bless you. Anything else from anyone?
No, are we getting back to the house?
Those two get back.
Yeah. You guys made it back.
We made it back. Safe.
Once Cress gets inside the house. And then doesn't actually let the blanket touch the floor. She kind of shoves it in her bag.
Sure.
And she takes her armor and stuff. Okay. So I've gotta cover me. Because I can't change in the house because I'm gonna get
Hey,
blood all over
Dustin.
my armor.
Get rid of that.
Blood all over my armor. And so I'm gonna change outside. But number one, I'm avoiding someone, and number two, I don't want people to see me.
Gotcha.
You take your blanket?
Yep.
Or my blanket, the soaking one. Hold it up.
Yep.
Cool. Cress goes out back. And she changes into her armor now. Out of the druidic clothes, and she, I guess, hangs them up to dry. If she remembers them, it's another.
Sorry, I was making sure we got rid of that guy.
You're fine. Got her hair, and it's getting puffy.
Okay.
Here.
Have that.
I do. I have a lot of. Yeah.
Kind of looked nice when it was down. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
Up it goes.
Okay.
Thank you. But you know how hard it is to.
Yeah, when you're busy swinging that honking glaive, and yeah, I'll bet it gets in the
I
way.
can pantomime it with the status thing. I accidentally cut Zeros.
You did?
You
Yeah.
stabbed him with an antler.
Look at it.
Oh my. Well, it's looking a little better. I mean, you accidentally burnt me, and I'm fine. So,
Yeah.
it's okay. How did you accidentally stab Zeros?
Okay, well, it wasn't an accident.
Oh, yeah?
She wants to know if they hurted.
They hurt.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
your glaives that you were pointing up earlier? Yeah, your glaives, okay.
Oh, Lord.
We'd like to get to more serious matters.
I would certainly hope so. I'm also like to do it outside because it smells like fucking iron in here.
To be perfectly honest, I think I need to go up the mountain to the cottage again.
That's a little trek, but I don't see why not.
Well, don't have to accompany you. Sire,
It's out of town.
there shouldn't be any danger.
I have literally come this far with you. I don't intend to just send you away.
Laugh and show me. What?
Whoever wishes to join, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to head up there so I don't take up too much of our time.
Alright, we're gonna go get our horse and get him ready to go.
Okay.
It's not charging.
You go and grab your single horse covered in its blanket, and you guys start making your way back up towards Kaliha's place as a group.
Sure. Why not?
We need to name the horse.
Name the horse you stole.
He was malnourished. I have fed him
Probably
some
about
of the
rooting
fruit
in
from
the ground at
today.
this point.
You think he'll eat meat?
Oh no.
So, you guys start... Sorry, go ahead.
Can I see the horns?
No. No.
Chris to put him in front of the horse's head. Does it still look like the same horse?
With the single one though, the single one right in the dead center.
Here, you can have the one with the least amount of points, or the most points.
Okay.
Oh, God. Loudest thing ever.
What are you trying to do?
Okay, so Calric, you know how you make things?
Yeah.
Can you make a
Weaponizing the horse.
thing to go on the front of the horse's head?
I don't know.
What? To hold the...
Yeah,
Just the one? The straight one or the...
the straight one.
More like a hook.
I need some materials. I probably still have a
Yeah.
I've got rope.
I probably still have a little bit of leftover leather.
Maybe. We'll see with what roll you get.
I'm
We're just doing this while walking.
Sure.
Yeah.
I could fashion it on the move. Is this something you really want me to do?
Yes!
Oh boy.
Let me see if I have anything I can add to this.
See what we can do to weaponize the horse.
Matt,
Yeah.
I'm asking you to kill this horse.
I mean, we'll see what happens here.
Please.
In a second.
What?
In a freak accident, rock fall, horse die.
Get armor.
I do have a wooden shield.
Cress
Horse
has
armor.
vestments that she's definitely never gonna
Put out like a
wear.
necklace and a
Uh-huh.
So she takes
I
some
don't
of
think it
it
works
and
like
rips it off and like fashions it like a scarf. She's trying to make it unrecognizable.
Sure, whatever.
He's so spiffy.
Did you just disguise a horse
Trying to.
with a deer antler
And some vestments.
and a makeshift scarf?
I'm starting to worry that woman said quite a few things to you guys that changed your. I mean, you, never
It's
mind.
fine.
Yeah, you're all fine. Yeah.
Have a unicorn now.
I mean, you don't have a way to put that horn on yet.
Alec's working on it.
Is he?
Oh, I guess I am.
I was gonna say, is he? Because he hasn't rolled anything
I
yet.
don't really want to. I will take a look at whatever bits of leftover leather and metals I have to see if I can make some sort of buckling
Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure,
thing.
pressure.
Sure, make a tanker's check.
Imagine Cress and Avaria are like over his shoulder.
15.
Yeah, it takes you about the whole length of the trip making your way up the hill. As you get to the top of the crest of the hill, while moving, you make this buckling thing that has a slot where it could hold the antler.
Harness.
Right,
Just,
so
the antler just like dangles
really
around.
I don't really want to touch that, so just kind of press it through. No, I'll show you how it works.
Strap it
Just
on.
press it through here.
Uh-huh.
We kind of stop the horse, and she presses the antler through, and I'll put it on the antler business on the horse.
I know what you
right
mean.
about here,
Yeah.
and then wrap it down and underneath and do the buckle.
Before he does that, Cress has to speak with animals.
Oh God.
Okay, horse.
Now roleplay a horse, Matt.
Well, this
Okay.
horse ain't gonna say shit.
Okay, horse.
Alright, guys,
So-
session's over.
We're giving you a better life, and we're gonna feed you all the food you want. And all we ask is that you just accept this horn.
It seems very happy with what you're saying and a little confused.
Cress is just like, okay, he knows.
So you make it to the house.
Yes.
As you're approaching, you notice the door is almost cocked open a little bit. As you walk in, that same woman you saw sitting in the bar is now sitting, talking with Kaliha.
Hello, sorry for interrupting.
Oh, by no means. Please, do enter.
If I'm interrupting business of any sort.
No, I was just leaving. You see her start gathering her things. She grabs a book off the table and slides it back under her cloak and starts making her way out the house.
I have no idea. Cress is trying to avoid her, so.
Cress is busy with the horse.
At the top of the hill, yes. So, did you need something? I would not expect to see you so soon.
Just wanted to
Bro, moment.
talk a bit about the town again. I truly am concerned for Jinrun, and didn't seem like you had much to share yesterday, but I was wondering if anything had changed. And I'm trying to keep an eye on if she's like purposefully avoiding areas of the room or like any odd mannerisms that might keep me off to something.
Sure.
Attempting to follow what I was told.
Make a perception check.
24.
24.
Now that he's not
Ah,
rolling a
baby.
disadvantage.
So, as you're talking, every time you mention the town, you notice she glances over to the, almost to the shelf that's off behind you, in that general vicinity.
Yeah.
Are you turning to look to what's on it?
Mm-hmm. Just kind of get up and casually like continue conversation while
Sure.
going over there.
So you turn around and you see a shelf filled with, what could assume to be alchemist supplies. There are bottles and different vials of various things all over. There are small little plants that she see where she maybe grows some of her own stuff. And then something on the top shelf catches your eye. A small violet lamp that is got golden twine and different or like almost like vines of gold running around it. It's like an artwork piece.
You say violet, similar to the woman's hair that I just.
More deeper.
Well, this is certainly an interesting piece. Do you mind if I take a look?
I would prefer if you didn't touch.
Right, insight checker on that and see how what her general mood is while saying that.
Sure.
Like if she seems like strained or if it's like kind of coded, like
Sure.
reverse psychology.
Go ahead. She seems more worried and apprehensive than anything.
How tall is this, like above me?
It would be about,
Run from the
right above your head.
destiny.
I don't plan on touching it. I just kind of like to inspect it and take a look. Go back and grab a chair and like get eye level.
If you'd like, I could get it down.
I mean, sure.
She will walk over and she'll reach up and grab it and she'll bring it down and she'll set it on the table. It's nothing special.
It certainly seems quite interesting. What's its story?
It's a old relic of sorts. Has no monetary value and is just important to me.
And that is important to more than just you.
Maybe to the right buyer? I don't think anyone really knows it exists. I mean, it is a one-of-a-kind piece. It's more of, just something for the aesthetic of the room.
Do I get anything from this? Does it seem magical or off in any way?
Hard to tell without... I mean, she's kind of keeping it at a distance from you, but bringing it close enough so that you can see it. Well, you decide what you want to do.
I was probably not too far behind Tofan.
Okay, so you did follow. You didn't stay with the horse.
No, that whole business was concluded.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it was concluded for the rest of everyone
So we'll
else.
say I'm like 30 feet from the door behind
Sure.
Tofan.
Zeros, are you doing anything with them with the horse?
I'm just watching.
So as you are approaching the house, Kelrick, that woman that you had seen from the bar before, she is exiting the building.
Eleanor.
There.
The woman who introduced himself as Eleanor. That's my... Sorry, that was me asking. The violet-haired lady?
Yeah,
Okay. Just want to
Yeah.
make sure.
yeah, Eliana.
Wrong name.
I want to make sure I wrote the... Yeah, I did write the right thing.
I was gonna say, I don't think I gave the wrong name. I was double
Nope.
checking. But...
Just looking at that.
So,
A lot of L names.
I saw you at the bar last night.
Oh, yeah. It's really the only place to do anything in this town.
It is a little rundown, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of the... Well, it's one of the less fortunate areas of the Empire.
I'm afraid I don't know much about that. Tell me, did my blonde-haired friend walk in there?
Oh, why, yes. He's in
Okay.
there chatting with Kaliha.
Oh, that's where I intend to go. I hope you have a good morning.
You as well. I'll be on my way.
I will just walk past her
Okay.
and into the room.
Okay.
Was this here yesterday?
Uh,
What I remember.
make a intelligence check, see if you can remember.
But Kelrick would.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
As far as you know, yeah, you think you remember seeing it there.
I still do.
Whole brain filled with ghosts.
Do something really dumb and hope it works. I am going to cast suggestion on her and suggest that she tells me what is going on and run and how we can help it.
Let me pull up her stat block.
Save 16.
Yeah, I think she has a +5, so...
Rolls 2.
Cool. I rolled 4.
It works.
So go ahead and make your suggestion.
I suggest that you tell me everything that you know about this town and how we can help.
So you see her almost try to fight this the spell as it washes over her, and her demeanor changes, and she says, "Well, as I said, I am this forest, this town's guardian,
I literally sit right next to
and I have been for 600 years.
you. Besides, I'm busy fixing
I may be a mere human, but long ago, I made a pact with a mighty being for eternal life. The downside was he got to rule over this town and its people. He would, lack of better terms, siphon the life from the town for his enjoyment, for his whatever you want to call it. The downside is I cannot speak of our nature without breaking the bond. Doing this has broke that, which will anger him.
So what will happen when we come here?
It is hard to say. This lamp is our connection. He surely knows now that I have spoken it. Who knows what will come of it. I, long ago, tried to warn people to stay away by changing the name of the town to Jin Run, to warn people to run.
I apologize for putting you into this. We all will protect you to the best of our ability.
I do not think it is I who will need protection.
Yep.
Lower or less the town.
Then protect it. I hope you can do whatever you can as well.
I will do whatever I can to assist, but it is still my duty to protect the forest and those of its residents.
Where
I cast melt with wood.
can we find this entity?
You know the well in the center of town?
Yes, I'm familiar with it. Jesus Christ, okay.
You just dumped him all over you.
There's a small cave at the bottom of the well. It's where he resides.
How could we know that?
We just fed him.
It has fed him the blood he needs.
Anything else I should know about him?
Don't make any bargains. He is quick-tongued. Promises a lot up front until you make the agreement and then you don't know the cost.
Baby deer blood.
What'd you say?
Baby deer blood.
How much of this have I been here for, do you?
Basically the most of the second half.
Well,
Pretty close.
Kelrick, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I'm assuming we're going to deal with this entity, whatever it is.
If we want to do right by this city, or by this town, yeah. I think it's about as unwise as when we first showed up here, but
Didn't stop us then.
no, it did not.
Question is, will you join us? I know you must protect the forest.
It sounds to me like this is also your foe to fight.
For a brief period, could you offer us your aid?
I could send some denizens of the forest to come to your aid, but as I said, this will anger him, and he shall retaliate against me, and I fear to say that without our bond, I shall lose my immortality, which means I need to be more careful with my life.
Well, yeah, this will already anger him, so I'm asking for you to be, and I think he's asking for you to be all in. Because that's what we're about to be.
As I said, I will do what I can,
That's all I can ask.
but he was a great source of my power. With our bond broken, I don't know how much use I will be. His power kept the aging process from affecting me. Without that, I fear old age will set in and I may not be much help.
He's gonna have a heart attack right now.
You have plenty of power. What you showed me yesterday did not come from.
So as you're watching, her hair is now going from a... From the braided brown hair that she had is now turning to a very light gray, almost instantaneously just fading as it goes down her skin, and you can see that her body is starting to turn more frail and very... You can notice that she's physically aging rapidly.
Well, if you've been keeping eyes on the forest, then you know exactly probably what I'm going to say when I talk about a subject. A woman on the run from someone who keeps them under his thumb. This is not a deal you should have made. We're trying to unmake it for you.
I was young. I made my decision. Well, say young. I was elderly for human years. Young for what I have now experienced.
I'm sorry. But you saw what happened to those 3 sisters. The disappointment of the one who ruled over them.
Well, he's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, but it's the same subjugation.
I did not know the deal I was making when I made it.
Goes into one.
No, he's a bigger issue. One that I myself I do not think could deal with on my own. Even with the power of youth that I was granted.
Again, I apologize for putting you into this situation.
I put myself in this situation. You merely turned the hands of fate.
Hope we can. Justice?
I pray you can, for my own sake. I wish I could undo the pain that I've caused this village to the people who live here. I've done what I can to keep those away. You can see I've driven some people out of town. I have kept others away by sending people from the forest to try and scare them.
You have certainly tried your best. The valiant effort.
I did try to scare you guys away as well. A little tougher, but...
Unfortunately, we're too stubborn for that. But just remember that what you told me yesterday is true. Our power comes from the bloodline we share, not some pact you made.
But I do not have the vitality to tap in to that bloodline at this age. I fear if I were to even try to summon 1 ounce of my power, it may be enough to do me over.
You have to do. And I know she accepting of all of the work.
That's all I can ask. So, done there? Okay.
I suppose we'll mosey our way out.
Avaria and Cress, as you guys are messing with this horse, you see out of the corner of your horse. Out of the corner of your eye.
Grinch Stole Christmas when he puts the.
Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a cloaked figure approaching you.
Excuse me, we're currently tending to our horse.
You're a whore.
And she will pull her hood down. It's been a long time, Cressida.
It's only been about 3.
Has it only been that long? How have you been?
I'm gonna kind of make my way, kind of stand not directly in front of Cress, but in front of her.
To
Kind
the
of.
side?
Yeah, sideways.
Okay.
I'm doing
With my war hammer in my hand.
I'm doing well with the time I've been.
Does your friend intend to make this unpleasant?
Only if you do.
Well, it's not my intentions.
I'm done with this ending.
I'm her
Eleanor's
bodyguard.
Sure you are.
Eleanor's dead, or so you told me.
As far as I know, she is dead.
Insight check that?
Yes.
Can I insight check that? Oh, my fingers are sweaty from the excitement. Would you call that cocked?
No, that's not cocked. Are you insane?
23.
23.
I
She
roll the campaign for Cress.
she is lying. Very
Let's cut the crap.
whatever do you mean?
You threw me aside when you guys lost use of me. You told me she was dead.
We provided a life
She was the
of
only
certain
person I
standard
had.
to you. We did not just toss you aside. We provided you with belongings, with money.
25 gold. Or so I'm told.
That is more than enough for what the daily person makes even within a year.
And for 5 years?
Like I said, we provided you with your belongings and what was owed to you. We were no longer of service to us.
I know.
But what you did provide us was of great use.
I imagine. What can you do now?
It's not what I can do. It's what the Syndicate can do.
Whose lives they can ruin?
We don't ruin lives, we improve them.
How much improvement? 25 years? 40 years?
However long it takes.
60 years? How much improvement?
I can tell you're a little flustered. If you'd like to seek who you're looking for, you should look in the Indala Republic. That is the last I heard where she was traveling.
Alright.
I should tell you, she did not leave the Syndicate on good terms. She was not welcome any longer.
And how do I know that's not a lie?
She became too attached.
And what of the orphanage? You guys didn't do anything there, did you?
Why would we bother with an orphanage? We paid them what they were owed.
Juniper, was she taken care of?
I don't even know who that is.
Why are you here?
Searching for something.
What?
Well, it's for me to know.
Cress kind of grabs her glaive out. Just a little threatening.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Fuck, that's a natural 1. Plus 4, 5.
Cress rolls.
Cress rolls.
I think we both know the amount of strain your body has been through. Let's not make this ugly.
The only thing that would be ugly would be after I'm.
You know, you bear a striking resemblance to someone I've seen before.
Oh, I'm
Strange.
sure. I've
Smells
heard that
look alike.
before.
Shut up. Don't be didn't mean to her.
She's the one holding a hammer in her hand. Have no hostility towards either of you.
You should leave.
I was on my way. I just didn't expect to see you here.
I'm sure. Yeah, Cress. Turns away.
Okay. Well, I'll be on my way. Should you ever need anything in the capital, you could always look us up again.
No. Of course, you said you've given me all I need. I don't imagine you're gonna give me any more for.
It's surprising to see you in this state. Most don't survive very long. And she starts walking away.
Anger.
I'm assuming Tofan and I emerge at some point as soon as she starts walking away.
Well, she was up on the hill talking to them, so you could see her walking away as you guys would emerge.
Yeah, but they're in close enough proximity where they would have seen each other easily. Like, Keller can make that assumption.
Yes.
It's like, that's not good.
Oh,
While you were in the tavern, that violet-haired lady, she was somebody that Cress didn't want to talk to. Somebody from her past. Her name was Eliana or something of that nature. She's from something called the Syndicate. I'm not entirely sure yet. It's evident to me that they had something to do with the troubles of her past. Haven't figured it out yet.
I understand.
Let's go make ourselves useful.
Of course. I heard of anything like this based on my previous profession.
The Syndicate?
Yes.
Said you got fucked.
You can make a history check, but it's an extremely high DC. It's very unlikely.
22.
Still, even with that roll, there's not much you know of the Syndicate. It's not something that's really prominent outside of the Empire.
Okay. Not as well as good.
Yeah.
I look good, right?
Yeah.
I look strong, healthy.
Yeah.
Glowing even.
Well, yeah.
It's the blood.
I was gonna say it reminds you a lot.
As we walk up, of course, Cress, you look wonderful.
Thank you.
Just got a bloodbath today.
And I would say she
Really
always
reviving.
looks wonderful, but
Yeah, but she looks
I don't
extra
know if
glowing
the-
today. She looks
yes,
extra glowing
Yes, she
today.
does.
I hate women. Exes are just, make you wanna. Why would I? Ex-girlfriend.
should we go kill her?
It's fine. It's fine.
Or
I'm not a
hammer?
petty person.
I could throw a javelin at her.
My crossbow shoots like 400 feet. I could still hit them.
So, knowing what I know, I imagine she took Eleanor's spot, right?
Basically.
I imagine she's a very powerful wizard.
She might be a wizard.
She's a very powerful something.
Yeah.
If she took Eleanor's spot.
Yeah.
No. It's fine. She gone. Hopefully forever. But apparently people just don't go away forever. Like they say they do. So never date.
We have
Oh.
had
Too late.
very different experiences then.
Never date.
If people don't go away forever, as Tofan undoes the crossbow and slings it back up.
Well, if they don't go away forever, then that means they have to come back, right?
Or they're running. Somewhere. Has anyone been to the Indala Empire?
Oh, you mean the Republic?
Republic?
Yeah, I'm from there.
Interesting. We're gonna have to make a trip there sometime.
Oh.
That-
um,
From,
Almost everybody is from the Intel
I'm
Republic.
familiar.
We'll have to take a trip there sometime. It's
I-
important.
Rather not. At least
We can wait. We
where
can
I'm
wait.
from, I'm sure how welcome it. But we could certainly try.
Wait.
What are you looking for?
I mentioned my mother figure. The person who raised me.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say my girlfriend said she was dead. It turns out she's not dead. And it's just a lot to handle. Ex-girlfriend. Put that X in front of there. I forgot about that.
She always have the violet hair.
Did she always have a...
As far as you know. What you can remember.
She human?
Yes.
She probably dyes it. It looks very fake. Not like my hair.
How much of this do I believe? Hearing this for the first time.
Make an insight check.
Make a deception check?
Yeah.
Good.
22.
Oh.
Fuck, 10.
I mean, it's pretty bullshit. You've definitely noticed just from the small things she said that there seem to be holes in her story.
Cress, you seem to have handled all this quite well. I'm proud of you.
Really? She's holding her glaive like the knuckles are white. She's kind of
Let's-
quivering a little bit.
The glaive down.
I'm strong, right?
Yeah,
Very
yes.
strong.
Healthy?
Yeah.
Zeros, you're so quiet. Do I look healthy?
Sure.
No, you don't. You're running out of breath every fucking time, and I can't figure out why. Why are you so concerned about your mental or health image?
It's fine. I have asthma.
A little bit more than asthma.
It's asthma. Why else would I run out of breath?
Because every time we fight or every time we run, I outpace you. And that's
And you
not
don't have asthma.
Cress,
even for a short spurt.
I think I may have something that could ease about your physical condition. Make you feel better when it comes to getting the jump on battle, being ready whenever you need to be. Take off the necklace Penny was wearing and hand it over.
Look like. Oh, this is what you were trying to give me the other day.
No.
No?
This one's different.
It looks the same.
They are very similar, yeah.
Alright. Chink, chink, chink. Chink. Puts it under her armor.
Okay.
I feel like a new woman.
You feel you are a little more, you got a little more step in your foot.
Holy shit. I'm gonna need that. I have bad rolls. Thank you.
Man,
it means a lot.
Tofan just gave away his +10 to initiative.
You did.
Rounding out the party.
It's fine. I'll find a new girlfriend one day, and I'll forget all about Miss Violet Hair.
It's violet hair.
You will find one much more deserving.
Hopefully I'm
She
deserving.
was ugly.
Yeah.
I don't know what she saw in her. That hair was atrocious.
Yeah. Kinda wish she was brown. Fine. We can go. What are we doing now? What did you guys find out? Let's enough about me.
So yes, the bit, I guess. Long story short, we made a deal with some form of entity to obtain her liveliness and to be immortal. And said entity is sucking all of the life out of the town, probably killing all of the people, and it lives under the web. So, I believe we should probably go
Under the well.
jump in the well and
You did?
kill whatever
Yeah.
this thing is.
Matt, how stagnant's that water?
It's not that stagnant. Here, sniff.
Full bloody.
I'm alright, I don't need to smell you. Okay. Yeah, you smell like stale water.
Not that still.
Well,
A little bit of blood.
yeah, it does smell like iron. I suspect you're gonna smell like iron for about a week now.
None of us bathe. We were so nasty.
I'm the cleanest of us all.
That's saying something.
With that, we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oof. What the heck?
Hanging off a cliff.
What is happening?
Oh, that was not at all where I expected that to go. Holy
Handsome
shit.
kitty in the universe.
Man, I didn't even get to hear, guys. Here was the many of the girl in the forest that they would have fought if they would have fought her. Yeah.
You mean be brutally murdered by her?
Yeah. Don't worry. She had forest friends to help.
I guess.
I'm sure she needed help.
She super did.
They're full of lies. What do I care?
I don't know what he's gonna do when I'm on his
Full of
head.
lies.
I think she would have taken one turn and destroyed us all. So.
That one already been figured.
Oh man. A lot of backstory and lore drops
Ooh,
tonight.
yeah, that was.
Ever heard of a thing called stock?
I 100% thought you guys were gonna fight. I had like 3 battle maps prepared back there for different situations, and you guys did not.
Well, we spent an hour chasing down a deer and then skinning it and cleaning the blood off of us. And
It was worth it.
It was worth it. Yeah.
Now we have a unicorn horse.
Yeah, we do.
Need to smack them around some more, he says.
And then
Hey man, they make the decisions. I just react how the NPC would react.
we also spent an hour having all of our laundry aired out by.
Hey, bitch has been around almost 1,000 years.
And how has Gilly just not said anything about the fact that...
Who?
Is his name Gilly?
Ginley?
Ginley. Ginley, not saying anything about the fact that, I done ran off this damn horse.
You get the sense, or I guess you'll find out that he just doesn't care.
Darn the luck, it's
'Cause
my
he-
unicorn now.
Because he never cared about the horses in the first place.
He didn't take care of it in the first place. What's he gonna care if someone walks away with it?
God, guys, we got a free horse!
You don't know that yet.
Oh,
Maybe down the road, Ginley will come into a bunch of money from a certain wizard who
We
keeps
got
tipping him.
a free-
And he's gonna hire an assassin to come and kill you for
Yeah,
stealing
we
from him.
did.
Gimli is the big bad evil guy.
I'm paying Ginley for information.
Honestly, that
And
was
he's
what
gonna
I was
end up
expecting.
paying for something else.
When you said she made a deal with like an entity, I thought you were gonna say it was fucking Ginley. I was like, no, don't do this to me, Matt.
Also,
I've been tipping this guy so much over the last month.
I need you to look at this dice. It's awesome.
Why?
The little divity thingy. There's one random one right there.
Okay.
It's just a flaw. I love it. Ready? Don't lose my dice. You lost my damn dice.
It's in the abyss.
I wasn't anticipating all that Cress stuff, man. Was not.
You never
No.
can.
Cress did not just have a good time.
Elric's the only one that actually got some Tofan lore.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Only took me trying to get into every single private conversation we've ever had. I finally got into one. It was neat.
Secret to beating DM: don't fight stuff, just be peaceful.
You know what? That's not our fucking problem. Let's go to the next town.
Yep.
It's pretty much.
Josh, I'm so happy Zeros was one of the people that experienced that conversation because he just doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, with your chick, yeah.
I was there though.
I know you were. I fear.
Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it a night there. You guys all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Good to see you guys all.